Round one, fight!
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. This is episode number 159, and it's Best Movies of 2009, Letter Series Part 2. So we had a Part 1 on Monday night, so if you haven't seen that one, you can go back and watch it. It really doesn't matter what order you watch it in. You can watch this one first or second, however you want to do it. But, so how it's going to work is the Sweet 16 from each of these two Part 1, Part 2 will be in our championship series on Friday, which will be just a half bracket on Friday. I will be your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson. And what I was going to do really quick, let me bring it up if my note app wants to cooperate with me tonight. I'm going to bring up the holdover, because what the ladder series means is that we're going to have 8 holdovers from years past or years future, I should say, because we've been working our way down from 2022 all the way down to now we're at 2009, and there'll be some from other years that were strong enough and popular enough to get enough votes to make it. They're part of the Elite 8, so these are the ones that you might see. So we have Fright Night from 2011, Moneyball 2011, and the rest are from 2010. The Social Network, Tron Legacy, The Town, Inception, Machete, and Kick-Ass. So you might see those pop up. A few of them popped up in Part 1, so some of them already passed through, but there might be a couple more here tonight. So yeah, but that'll do it for me. We'll go ahead and bring in our panel for tonight, and we'll start with Malcolm. He's filling in as a co-host of sorts for me tonight. I appreciate it because Austin's out of town. What's up, Malcolm?
It's going good. And yeah, I always like doing these series because I discover movies that I may have missed when they first came out. It's like just to catch up on some of these blind spots that I haven't seen. It's always a good way to do it. Yeah,
for sure. And I wish I would have had more time. I only watched 2 movies. I had about 5 I wanted to watch if I had time, but it's just there's not enough time in a day. But we also have joining us Maria Hammond. How's it going, Maria? Welcome.
All praise to Ahsoka.
Nice.
I haven't watched her yet. I'm sure she's great.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch it, but
me
yeah.
Me too. I hope they do well with her. I mean, they've had their hits and misses, but I like it. So far so good.
Well, I'm a big Star Wars Rebels fan, so I hope they incorporate some of that in there. So we'll see.
Amazing.
But we also have Jordan, the other Jordan, JPO.
Hi, everybody. I was excited to be here. Looking forward to a good time.
Yeah. Sounds good. And then we also have Jordan. He's back again. We invited him back, Mr. Mike Shaffer.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm like Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, right.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah, welcome. And then we'll probably. Oh, actually, speaking of what I was about to say, we have one more person. He is here. We have Richie Goodacre.
Right.
Hey, how's it going? You didn't miss too much, so no worries. So welcome.
Time to talk about you. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna have time to talk behind your back, but So I'll just explain how it's gonna work tonight for anyone who might be tuning in for the first time or not familiar with how we do it. Is just simply a tournament of 64 movies. We put all the second half of 2009. So for this whole series overall, originally we took all 128 movies and put them into the randomizer. The first 64 that popped out went on part 1. The second 64 to pop out go in part 2, and we just simply vote round by round until we come up with a winner until only one remains. And we let everyone have about 30 seconds or so to say what you want to say. So we just asked everyone to try to keep it to roughly 30 seconds apiece. And you do have to vote no matter what, even if you haven't seen both movies. You make up any reason. We like to have fun. We like to do like some spite votes. We like to vote for like which poster we like better, which actor, which like, because there's something that we can't stand. You can vote against it, whatever you want to do. So just have fun. So yeah, we'll do it for that. And Malcolm will be running the bracket for us tonight. He's kind enough to do that. So, and I'll bring in our little intro here. So I will say, let's do this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do? It's showtime.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Let's do this, Schmidt.
Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins.
Jenkins. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
Jordan, you muted.
Hang on. Okay, now I'm back. Whatever reason, there's a delay on whenever I play clip. I'm gonna fix that when we do our free for all. I got a brand new laptop I'm gonna be using for that, so it'll be fixed by then. But yeah, we got our first matchup. So we have 17 again versus basically a pirate radio, I believe, but it's also known as the boat that rocked in some countries.
Yeah.
I think. So yeah. So Richie, you're at the bottom, so you'll be first. What are you gonna go for?
Yeah, it's known as about the rock here as well. I really like this movie. It's a really kind of a love letter to sort of, like 70s sort of music, 70s music, and and I think it's really fun. Philip Seymour Hoffman's really great, and it's really cool time capsule of that era, and I think it's a lot of fun. 17 again. It's just decent. It's just Zac Efron's career's gone a bit different to what it was back then. But it's fine. But I think the boat that rocked, I wanted to give it more shout out because I think it's underrated. I'll go the boat that rocked.
And also, Zac Efron looks slightly different now. He had some kind of facial accident or something. He had to like have some surgery on his face or something, and he looked a little different, like his face is stretched out or something. If you look at him, it's kind of weird looking, but not totally the same, but close. But Mike, you're up next. What are you gonna go for? Pirate Radio or 17 again?
I think just for the fun of it, I'll go for the boat that rocked.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen either one of these, but
okay. Well, it's Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's always good, So, but JPO.
17 again does have its charm. I don't mind the body swapping trope here. So it kind of fits, I think, for that kind of niche. I did enjoy both the rock / pirate radio here. Hoffman's a good side performance here, and it's just a little more up my alley. And this is kind of underrated, so both the rock gets my vote.
Yeah. Maria, what are you going to go for?
I haven't seen both the rock. From the sound of it, I maybe should. But I have seen 17 again. I thought Zach's pretty charming. I'll vote for 17 again, please.
Yeah. Malcolm, what are you going to go for?
Yeah, I mean, 17 again is a lot of fun. Like Zac Efron and makes for a really perfect copy of a young Matthew Perry, weirdly enough. But I actually watched The Boat That Rocked last night, and it's just a fun movie. Like Rita Fun, Bill Nighy, Philip Seymour Hoffman are all great in it. So Boat Rock gets my vote.
Yeah. I haven't seen The Boat That Rocked or Pirate Radio. I remember seeing the trailers for it, but I just haven't gotten around to seeing it. But I actually don't mind 17 again. I actually do kind of like it. mean, I'll watch anything that has Thomas Lennon in it. I'm a big fan of his. He's
Funny.
in the movie. Yeah, he's great. And then like Zac Efron isn't bad as a young Matthew Perry, and Leslie Mann, she's always good. I mean, not every movie she's in is great, but I think she's always good. So yeah, I'll vote 17 again. But I still think it's going to be The Boat That Rocked.
It is.
Yeah.
I'd hit on my friend's mum if she was Leslie Mann.
Yeah, right.
Got The Men Who Stare at Goats up against Law-Abiding Citizen.
Ooh, the one I just watched. Nice. It'll be Mike up first. What are you going to go for?
Well, of the two of them, I thought The Men Who Stare at Goats was actually a pretty funny movie. And I have not seen Law Abiding Citizen, sorry. So I'll go for Men Staring at Goats.
Yeah, sure. JPO, what do you think?
It's the Goats ones. It's kind of a mixed bag for me here. It has its moments, but there's some stuff that doesn't totally land for me here. And while I do think Law Abiding Citizen is occasionally overrated, and I do have my problems with it as well, it definitely is my vote here, though. I think it's much more interesting, and it's a really interesting tale here. Maybe my favorite Butler performance as well.
Yeah. Maria.
You know, I don't know about the goat one. It looks like interesting. I've heard it, but I haven't watched it. But I have watched Law Abiding Citizen, and my boyfriend Gerard Butler is an actor in it, and he's pretty good in it, and I think it's pretty good. I'm going to go with Law Abiding Citizen.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what are you going to go for?
Yeah, I also haven't got around to The Men Who Stare at Goats. It was definitely on my list for something I wanted to check out because I've heard a lot about it. But I did watch Law Abiding Citizen, and it's a really fun movie. And yeah, I think Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler are great in it. And yeah, so Law Abiding Citizen gets my vote.
Yeah. So I've never seen The Minister at Goats before, but I just watched Law Abiding Citizen yesterday for the first time for this, and the movie is really, really good. Like, I was surprised. It just seemed like kind of like a throwaway, like Gerard Butler movie to me from the outside looking in, but it's actually really good seeing Gerard Butler pulling all those strings from inside a prison and everything that happened. Somebody on Facebook kind of compared it to like a B movie version of like The Dark Knight or maybe Heat or something. Like, I kind of like that, like, comparison just a little bit. I mean, without your main superhero though. So, but yeah, I'll go Law Abiding Citizen. Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, Men Who Stare at Goats is fine. I think they could have done more with the concept. I was a bit disappointed with that. Yeah, Law Abiding Citizen's great. I think it's Gerard Butler, one of Gerard Butler's better performances. Yeah, it's a great revenge movie, and sort of presents a moral gray area, like how far is too far to get revenge, kind of thing. Yeah, and it's sort of presents him sort of as an anti-hero kind of thing. But yeah, it's really good. Yeah. So Law Abiding Citizen pretty easily.
All right, so it'll be Law Abiding Citizen. Yeah.
Got The Last Station up against Gamer.
Butler. Yeah, Gerard Butler again. Here we go. Gerard Butler night on Tournament.
Yeah, there'll be another one coming up as well.
Well, he's a pretty busy guy, you know. He hadn't got no time for me right now, but you know.
Right. But JPO, you'll be up first. What do you got?
Last Station. What is this?
I think it's got Helen Mirren. Is that got Peter Dinklage in it? Is it Helen Mirren?
It's Helen Mirren, Paul Giamatti, James McAvoy. It's basically about the last hours of Leo Tolstoy's life. So.
Pass.
Okay.
I didn't see Last Station, which is it's lucky because I don't like Gamer. I think it's a very messy action flick here, where the one of the main evil gamers is just a really fat, sloppy guy, and I think it's fattest. That's a word. I'm gonna make it right now. And I think it's a sloppy movie. That's not very well executed. Good concept, but that's about it. But it sadly gets my vote because I've seen it.
Yeah. Maria.
Yeah, I'm with JPO on the Tolstoy. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'll vote for Gamer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Malcolm. What do you got?
I started. I'm about halfway through the movie of Last Station. I was watching it just before this. I haven't actually seen Gamer, but the part of what I've seen of Last Station, I actually think it's quite good. I mean, if you like those kind of movies, you will probably like him. And like James McAvoy is really good at it, and so is Hammond. Christopher Plummer is also plays Tolstoy. And yeah, I'm gonna give my vote to Last Station.
Yeah. They tried to get me to read a Leo Tolstoy book when I went to a little bit of college. The whole 6 months I went to college for, and I was like, pass. I just went to the Cliff Notes. I was not going to read that thing. So, Gamer, I've never seen either. So, but it's probably more up my alley than Last Station. So I'll just go Gamer. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen Last Station. I know of it. Might get around to it at some point. Gamer, I have seen. Again, I'm in the same camp shape. Yeah, I think it's a messy movie. It just doesn't. The good concept, it doesn't sort of, but it doesn't equal a good movie here. The execution's not great. But yeah, because I've seen it, I'll vote for it. But does this also have Exhibit in it? I'm pretty sure it does. Does that Gamer? I think
Probably.
I have Exhibit in it. I feel like I had some rabbit hole. In my head, I thought I had some. Anyway,
Makes sense.
yeah, I don't know. This was in the period of time where Gerard Butler, every sort of movie just sort of blended into each other.
Ludacris is in Gamer.
Ludacris. I knew it was one of the. Look, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's it's whatever, but yeah, I could have seen it. But yeah, if I had seen Last Station, I would have definitely probably voted for it over Gamer because it's probably the better movie. But I'll vote for Gamer.
Yeah. Well, Mike, what do you say here?
I haven't seen either one of them. But from the description, I think The Last Station's probably more up my alley. I like those biopic, personal history type movies, so I'll throw in for that one.
Yeah. Well, it'll be Gamer.
Yep.
Okay.
You wanted to say sadly, which probably that's true. Sadly, it'll be Gamer.
But we've got the box up against these just not that into you.
Ugh.
This is going to be the rough side of the bracket.
Yeah, right. Ugh.
Yeah.
On both of these.
Well, I have seen.
But it'll be Maria first.
Is that he's just not that into you? Is that what the movie is on the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The box. I don't think I've seen that. I don't even know anything about that at all. Is it horror?
No, it's science fiction. It was based on a Richard Matheson short story.
I'd still say horror. It's also to a degree.
Yeah, it's like sci-fi horror, sort of. Yeah.
And the other one, I haven't seen it because I don't watch those. I mean, somebody watched it around me, my granddaughter or somebody, because I know it's a compilation type bunch of like the other one.
Yeah.
The Christmas time thing. I can't think of the name of it right now. But
yeah, there's a few of them like that.
Love Actually.
Love Actually, that's the one. I like that one, but this one I don't think I would have liked. All right, I'm gonna go for the box. I don't know anything about it, but yeah, I did the compilation ones are kind of getting out of hand. So thank you.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Malcolm, what are you gonna go for?
Yeah, I've heard about the box. I just haven't got around to seeing it. But yeah, I mean it's the last movie that Richard Kelly directed.
I was going to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one? Did he?
No. He's alive.
It's but
not his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a sucker for the rom-coms, and I really do enjoy He's Just Not That Into You, so I'm going to vote for it.
Yeah. So I've seen both of these, unfortunately, because they're both bad. And the guy that did He Just Not That Into You, Ken Kwapis, did a bunch of movies I don't care for, like Dunstan Checks In, Big Miracle, License to Wed, the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, all that. But he did one that I really liked, though. That's called A Walk in the Woods, that has Nick Nolte and Robert Redford. That movie's actually great. Like that movie might be my 128, I think. Like it's really good.
Dunstan Checks In is great. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Dunstan Checks In. That's for some people, not for me. But Yeah, like if you remember, I'm not the guy that like loves monkey movies, even though like monkeys might be my favorite animal, but I just don't care for them when they're palling around with humans in movies. I don't know, it's just weird. But but I'll go with He's Just Not That Into You, because The Box, like that movie is bad. That movie is like garbagely bad, so not even fun bad. So yeah, I'll go with He's Just Not That Into You. Richie.
Yeah, The Box was a huge box office bomb. That's kind of why it's kind of killed his career. He's done like producing since then. He produced probably a movie that you probably haven't heard of, Operation Endgame, which is it's got a decent cast in it. Like Operation Endgame, it's got Zach Galifianakis and Rob Corddry, Maggie Q, but this is a dude who directed Donnie Darko, and he directed Donnie Darko. And his career, and you're like, oh,
wow,
cool, this guy.
Donnie Darko, it was great.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, and he's produced some decent movies. World's Greatest Dad, I like. And he's written Domino, which I thought was alright. But I don't know, man. He fell off, unfortunately, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, because The Box is not a good movie. It's just I don't know. I hate to be mean, but I don't think maybe. I don't know if Diaz just works as a leading actress. I think she's more suited as a supporting. And she's not great in this movie. But I don't think that it's the fault of her that this movie doesn't work. It's just everything. He's Just Not Into You isn't great either. But it's a harmless sort of rom-com, and I can suffer through that more than I can suffer through The Box, which is sort of nonsensical and boring. So I'll go. He's Just Not That Into You.
Yeah.
And the director of Southland Tales.
Oh wow.
Richard Kelly.
Yeah.
It's actually not better. It's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you say, Mike?
Well, of the two, I've actually seen The Box, and I enjoyed the concept of having a device where if you push, it kind of reminded me of like the Milgram experiment, where if you push the button down, somebody else is either dies or is in pain. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But so I found that aspect of it interesting, and I was interested in Matheson because he wrote for The Twilight Zone and has written a bunch of other stuff. So I'll throw in for that one.
It's a cool concept if they would have executed it better, I think. But JPO?
No, for sure, man. Like going back to like Gamer almost. Like it's a cool concept, The Box, but boy, it's kind of all over the place. I remember there being like deleted scenes on the DVD that kind of tells like it's not a very focused movie that knows what it wants to be. Similar to maybe even Southland Tales, which is why maybe after those three, Hollywood was like, "We good. We'll always remember the good times of Donnie Darko."
Yeah.
Because even Operation Endgame, it came out a year later, but that was the last thing he did, and I think that was delayed in direct to DVD. So really, The Box was kind of his last whimper here. And yeah, it's another kind of messy, unsure movie. And yes, my vote's gonna again. I actually don't mind. He's Just Not That Into You. Again, look at this cast. Like you got a lot of good players here. Justin Long, Jennifer Goodwin, my boy Ben Affleck's in this. ScarJo, Bradley Cooper, but Barrymore. So like it's got enough charm and likability. I wouldn't rewatch it anytime soon. But it's a better, more coherent movie than The Box. So He's Just Not That Into You.
Well, He's Just Not That Into You gets a pass to the second round.
I would have been shocked if JPO voted against Ben.
Yeah,
and the movie's not that bad. I know, like I said, other rounds maybe not, but this round, yeah.
Knees.
Yeah. All right.
Orphan versus Away We Go.
All right. So Maria, you'll be first.
Wasn't I first?
Yeah, I was just saying I didn't go first last. So.
Yeah, I think I'm
you,
first.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll be Malcolm. Yeah, you're right.
Now do it, but I don't think.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen either of these. I tried finding I've tried finding Orphan before to watch, but I just couldn't. Like, even when I tried some legal ways to find it,
Did you hear him? We caught him. He said he tried illegally. Legal is sworn.
The one that came up was only about 55 minutes. I know the movie's longer than that. So I just
the attempt is all we need. We got you on tape saying you attempted.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm more intrigued by Away We Go, so I'm going to vote Away We Go.
I think Harry Potter just arrived.
Yeah, somebody watching Harry Potter, lower that.
Yeah, somebody just booted up Harry Potter, but
Somebody
so
got
I did the
Hogwarts left.
yeah, so I did the opposite, and I tried to find Away We Go everywhere, and I couldn't find it anywhere, but I did find an illegal means to watch it, and I did watch it. So I saw this.
We got two of them. Swarm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Away We Go is really, really good. Like I actually really like this movie. Like it was a little slow to start off, but like it really picks up. Like I've really liked everything John Krasinski's done with his acting career. I think he's really good and like everything. And I still haven't seen Orphan. It was on my list to watch. I want to see it someday, but I just haven't seen it. So I'll go with Away We Go. It's directed by Sam Mendes, and it's pretty good. So, Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen Away We Go. I've heard of it. Might get around to it at some point. Orphan, I liked. I thought it was good. I actually liked the one that came out. Like, was it this year or last year? Better.
Yeah.
Orphan, First Kill. I think
First Kill.
It's a better movie, but this one's decent. I like it. I like the. Yeah, I think it's a kind of really cool suspenseful horror movie, and so I'll go for that. Orphan.
Yeah, sounds good. Mike, what are you gonna go for?
Well, I haven't seen either one, but I'm gonna throw in for Away We Go. I kind of looked it up while you guys were talking, and it sounds like it'd be kind of a movie that would be more up my alley than Orphan.
Yeah, there's a scene where they go see Maggie and Gyllenhaal, and they're like hippies, and then like so annoying, and then finally John Krasinski just tells them to fuck off, like basically at the end. I'm like, yes. So yeah, like it's pretty good. But JPO, what do you say?
Yeah, I actually I've not seen Orphan. I saw the kill count, and there's some creepy shit that happens towards the end there. So I was like, I feel like I got the gist of this movie. So yeah, I never got around to that one. Away We Go. I think it does look kind of like you said, it's a little slow. It does meander at some points, but I think the overall there's some good stuff here. I love the two leads, and yeah, it's definitely Sam Mendes' most like kind of like just a time in their life kind of movie. Like everything else usually has more of like action or violence in it. But this one's just a nice little film about this married couple going place to place. So Where We Go.
Yeah. Maria, what do you say?
I don't know anything about Orphan, but it looks kind of creepy. I love John Krasinski. I'll vote for Away We Go. I don't know much about either one of them, but I haven't seen either one. So
I believe it's going to be Away We Go, I think. So
yeah.
Okay. If Malcolm's there, he's running the bracket, so I can't do anything unless he's there. Malcolm,
he's there somewhere.
We are stuck until he comes back. So Away We Go. That movie's great. I wanted to watch. I'm gonna try to watch the movie Whip It. I didn't get to that one yet, so that was next on my list. But Malcolm, you're there for a second.
Hello, I'm Malcolm. I vote for Where We Go. See?
Yeah. I think you already did vote for that. You back, Malcolm? Okay.
I never left. See?
Yeah. So it'll be Away We Go.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Okay.
Away we go to the second round. Right.
Ooh. Weirdly might be the toughest one yet for me.
Yeah. Same with me. Yeah, Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs and State of Play. And this one will be me first. Yeah, man, like the toughest one yet, and I gotta go first because like I actually really like both of these. Like I think that the State of Play is a really fun political thriller that's on the edge of your seat. I mean, Russell Crowe and Ben Affleck, some like really cool twists and turns that like you don't always see coming. So it's pretty good. And Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs, I think is hilarious. I think that it was a lot of fun. Bill Hader and Anna Faris, I think, are great as the leads in this one. And yeah, and then it's way better than the sequel. The sequel was fine. Like I just think this one's a little better. But so I think just to go with something more unique, I'll go with Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs. I actually really dig this movie. So Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is really kind of cool and fun concept, and the sequel's okay as well. Yeah, I think they're almost kind of underrated. But yeah, but speaking of underrated, I think State of Play is pretty underrated. I think it's pretty good. And again, Ben Affleck again here. Russell Crowe, really good. Yeah. So yeah, and I think it needs more love. It's a good sort of it's just really really solid sort of investigative sort of movie. So I'll go State of Play.
In the State of Play, that movie's the cast is actually stacked because you also have Helen Mirren in there. You have Rachel McAdams, Jason Bateman, Robin Wright, Viola Davis, Jeff Daniels. So I mean, it's like a pretty stacked cast there. So, but Mike, what are you gonna go for?
Let's see. Well, the one I've seen is actually Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I blame my kids for that one. It was a fun movie. So I'll throw in for that one.
Yeah. JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a thinger because again, it's kind of hard to compare these two. It's a good little thriller here, mystery here with a great cast, State of Play. Cloud with a Chance of Meatballs is a pretty decent, fun animated movie. Also has a nice kind of something of following your instincts and fighting against your parents may or may not believe in your crazy inventions. I'm gonna decide actually, you know what, just to prove Richie wrong that I will vote against Ben Affleck sometimes. Cloud with a Chance of Meatballs.
I wasn't one. That was Malcolm that said that.
Oh yeah, yes, Malcolm. Yeah.
All you people look alike.
And Cloud with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah, I said you.
One of my low key kind of weird jokes that I'll throw out sometimes when making fun of the guy with glasses. 4 eyes. You need glasses to see. It's like that's not even like an insult. That's just like whatever. It's like saying that to him. But Maria, what are you gonna go for?
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs has absolutely no relation to the book. It doesn't happen like that. None of it is like that. It's a wonderful book. I was really angry at the movie because I was like, you got to be kidding. It had a great story and you had to go this way. So I'm going to go for State of Play, which I know it's a good movie, and I love Russell Crowe.
Well, that's your fault for reading, Maria.
I know. What's wrong with me?
Jeez.
When am I going to learn?
I haven't read that.
How dare someone read? Yeah. Malcolm.
I mean, you can argue that that most book adaptations and when they get turned into movies are not like the books, but Speed and since I've seen State of Play, I do enjoy it. It's pretty good, but I really dug Cloud for Chance of Meatballs, so I'm going to go Cloudy.
Well, I think it'll be Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah. Just to quickly check, Jordan, you did vote for Cloudy, did you?
I did, yes, and then JPO.
It's all good because
okay.
I must have missed that. I had it at a tie, but it's definitely Cloudy.
Okay. Yeah.
Case. Got Fast and Furious up against Ponyo.
I believe that's the 6th movie, right? Or is it the 4th? I don't know.
Fourth. That's fourth,
okay.
yeah.
Fourth, okay. Because they use the same damn title. But this time we'll be back to Richie. So which one?
I think the 4th one people forget about a lot. It's decent, but yeah, the title's stupid. Like the Fast and Furious was right there, and you fucking bullshit.
Come on.
That would have been worse. No.
Yeah.
No, look, whatever. It's dumb, but whatever. It's better than
the whole series. Like they don't know when. Like it's like different people decide the titles in every movie.
Just call it Fast and Furious 4.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Oh, we took out the. Well, that's different. No, yeah. So and look, it's good. It's good, but yeah, I think. Yeah, you forget. It's just one of those Fast and Furious movies you forget exist. I feel like people talk about other movies instead of this one. It's all right, but yeah, I'm gonna go Ponyo here. I think it's a decent anime movie, and I think it's a lot of fun. It's charming, so I'm going to Ponyo.
Yeah, Mike, what are you gonna go for?
I have to admit a blind spot for both of these movies. But I'll go against the grain and throw in for the action movie this time. I'll go Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Breaking out of your mold there.
Yeah.
Kicks and giggles.
GPO, what do you got?
Shout out to Jay Burns who loves Ponyo. I've never seen this thing. So Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Maria.
Yeah, Fast and Furious for me. I mean, I that's not my favorite of the whole thing. Tokyo Drift is my favorite. I know that's stupid, but I don't care.
No, I love
maybe
Tokyo
5.
Drift.
Fast 5, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of those, between those two. Anyway,
And Fast
I don't know
5,
Ponyo at all, but I do love. I love those movies. They're just so cheesy and silly fun. It's just fun. Watch these people do these crazy stunts. So yeah. Fast and Furious for me.
Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was reading up somewhere that I think there's a story for why they're not doing the traditional like the Fast and Furious 2, 3, etc. I think it's something to do with the fact there was a 50s movie called The Fast and the Furious and they didn't want to confuse it or something. I don't know. I remember there was something about it that I remember.
It's even more confusing now. I don't know.
I mean, agreed. I'm not saying that's not. Just because I think I know where you're going to vote here, I'm going to give some love to Ponyo.
Yeah, I'm not a huge anime fan. I mean, I'll check some out once in a while, and there's a rare one or two that I like, but I've never seen this one, so I can't really vote for it. But I'm a huge Fast and Furious fan. If it's anything before 8, I'm on board. I'm a big fan, but 8 and 9 and 10. I mean, 10 certainly better than 8 and 9. I'll just say that. But 8 and 9, I just don't like. But this fourth one's fun because I believe it's the one where they have to drive through all those tunnels, like through a mountain, and they're like doing it with like the Mexican crew that's with them and stuff. So yeah, that
Charlize Theron shows up in 9, right? Or is it
9 or 10? 9, I think it's 9. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, so I think this one's still a lot of fun to be had. You still got Paul Walker in there, and he's my favorite of the crew. So I'll go for Fast and Furious. Yeah,
she shows up in 8. By the way.
Okay, thank
8,
you.
okay, yeah.
I was trying to figure it out because I don't think she's. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, so
Fast and the Furious is going to move on.
Fast and the Furious, yeah.
And Inglourious Bastards up against It's Complicated.
Hey.
Well, if you just put through Inglourious Bastards.
I think it's a conversation we had here.
Okay, sure.
Is there really though? Like at the end of the day,
yeah.
Inglourious Bastards all day long.
No, not really.
Yeah, come
No.
on, Richie.
Listen,
Yeah. Just
quick side love. It's a fine enough rom-com. Steve Martin's also really good in it, but yeah, Glorious.
Oh, yeah. I have actually seen it.
Unless you're going to vote for it over Inglourious Bastards than me.
I mean, granted, it looks like there's more people probably go for a Glorious.
It did get me and Richie a point on ASAP though earlier.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Got Precious based on the novel Push by Sapphire up against The Collector.
Just also based on a novel Push by Sapphire.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot
Took
of
a very different take.
Yeah. Instead of reading, they're making movies out of them.
Yeah. But this time, I believe it'll be Mike first.
Mike.
Yeah.
Collector.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll make this short because I haven't seen either one of them. I do know Precious has some pretty heavy subject matter.
Yeah.
So I'll throw in for The Collector, even though I'm flying blind here.
Yeah, sure. JPO.
Yeah, this is a fun round too because boy, it really depends on kind of what's up your alley. I like The Collector. It's the first of 2 horror movies. It's supposed to be 3, but they started the third one like right at the cusp of the pandemic, and then I think like the director looked at the early footage, and they still haven't gotten back to it. So I think the third one's dead on arrival. Unfortunately, they were filming it. But yeah, it's a fun. It's mostly in one house. Kind of the house gets booby trapped. The guy breaks in originally to steal something, and then he finds out that like this guy is kind of torturing his family here. Then he kind of grows a heart and tries to save the little girl. It's actually pretty good. I like it. It's bloody. It's definitely an R-rated horror film. Precious has its really good moments too. You know, who saw Monique coming for an Oscar? You know, Monique of all people.
Yeah.
Gatare Sidibe hasn't done much since this. Is kind of a supporting actress since then, but she's great in this as well. So I like The Collector, but I'm gonna give it to Precious.
My Precious. Yeah. Maria.
Yeah, I don't know The Collector. I do know the storyline of Precious. I haven't watched it though. I'm gonna go with The Collector because I'm tired of these dramas that make me sad. I'm tired of sad movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the collector.
Sounds good. Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these movies. But based on what I've sort of heard about the collector, because I know after talking after the first part, like Austin was really hyping up the collector a lot. So I mean, if it gets into the championship, I'll watch it. So the collector.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I've never seen Precious, and I'm probably never gonna see it. I just don't care about it. Like, it's just not for me. I don't even think Gabriel, how do you say her name? Gabriel Sidibe.
Gabriel Sidibe.
Yeah, I don't even think she's a good actor. I think she's kind of a bad actor, to be honest. Like, I just don't even. Really
I don't think
care.
she hasn't had anything as meaty since this role.
Yeah, she hasn't really.
Wasn't she in that hotel one with Ben Stiller? Was she part of that? Like a maid
or
something? Okay.
That's what I mean. Like since then, she's kind of always been like seventh build, and
yeah, she's in Tower.
That's some weird stuff.
Yeah.
That's it. Heist. Thank you, Richie.
She's on a new prank show that has Johnny Knoxville and Eric Andre. And
oh yeah,
that sounds like.
And then she's the third panelist. It's called the Prank Panel. It's on Hulu, but like she feels way out of place with those other two guys. I don't know, but
I think they needed like a female companion because it doesn't really make sense why she's there at first anyway. That's because the other two are obviously prank masters, but yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. But yeah, I haven't seen The Collector, but yeah, Austin was hyping it up to me. He gave me some suggestions. That was on the list. I just didn't have time to get to it. But it kind of sounds like a really sadistic horror version of Home Alone or something. So I'll go with that. The Collector. So
you mean the real Home Alone isn't sadistic enough?
Yeah. No, it's not.
That kid definitely would have murdered those two.
And I like to
see
the doctors.
Yeah, they would be dead.
Go through it and they're like, "Oh, he'd be dead from that." His skull.
Yeah.
At the end of that. It's like, oh, geez.
Yep. But Richie, what are you gonna go for?
Yeah, The Collector's a kind of underrated horror movie. It's pretty decent. I kind of rented it out at a video store on a whim. Thinking, well, this will be a good way to pass like 90 minutes. It was quite entertaining, and I like the sequel as well. Yeah, and Precious is really good, but it's a tough watch. Yeah, I like Gabrielle Sidibe. I like Monique. I think Monique gives a really chilling performance, and yeah, she deserves the Oscar. You know who else is good in the movie? You wouldn't expect to be good in the movie because of her.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah. Wearing zero makeup. That's what
I don't think I've ever seen her in a movie, have I?
You know, she was in Glitter, which was terrible. But,
don't mess with the Zohan.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
But yeah, look, I'll show some love to The Collector because I don't think it gets brought up enough. So The Collector.
Also, watch Mariah Carey's episode of MTV Cribs from back in the day. She has like the coolest apartment I've ever seen in my life. But anyways, yeah, it'll be The Collector. We're moving on.
And there goes another Best Picture nominated movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
See,
Seems like we're making
Surrogates up against Couples Retreat.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow. This is tough.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. This time it'll be JPO first.
Oh damn. On paper, I really want to champion Couples Retreat because again, fun cast here, Vince Vaughn, Bateman, all the wives, but it doesn't work for the most part, at least in my opinion. And it's one of those comedies that like I think I've done at least twice, if not three times. Every once in a while, I feel like I go, maybe it's better on the rewatch. Like maybe I was just rough the first time, and then it just doesn't really work that much the other time. There's some laughs here and there. I actually like what's his face, Phase on Love, but yeah, like
watch Vacation Friends instead. The sequel's coming out this week.
Honestly, yeah, I would recommend that over this. Yeah, 2 more days, and then me and Malcolm talk to John Cena on Sundays. Surrogates, actually, again, it's one of those. It's an okay enough concept of kind of like clones or people using like kind of robot clones, however you want to put it, as their surrogate and like living through that. And it actually does have its moments here. You know what I mean? It's definitely not something I'm going to go back to a lot, but I do think it's more coherent and a better movie. So I'm going to say Surrogates.
Yeah, sounds good. Maria.
I thought Couples Retreat was garbage. I mean, seriously. I like all the people in it. I don't have to get if it was on, I'd let it be in the background, but I wouldn't choose to watch it. I have a deep shame for making fun of Bruce Willis, and I've got to champion him and everything now because I thought he was just doing cash grabs. I didn't realize what the real reason was, and I feel really bad about judging a person when I didn't know the situation. Of course, nobody did, but I mean, I wasn't that great about it, so I apologize.
I'm watching my Battleground where I shit on Bruce Willis and then.
I just feel awful about it, and I'll take surrogates just to honor him.
We can still see Bruce Willis from time to time in Sun Valley, Idaho. It's like a little resort town where like him and Demi Moore have a house there, and
not so little anymore.
They'll pop up around town. Yeah. I mean,
Robin Williams used to have a house up there.
It's still small-ish. Like Schwarzenegger has a house. A few celebrities have. I think Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel have a place there. Yeah, but Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I've seen Couple Retreats. I mean, I thought it was fine. It's definitely not like a really good movie, but I don't think it's that bad either. I haven't seen Surrogates. I've actually wanted to check it out. It's one of those ones like I think at this stage of Bruce Willis's career, I don't know if this was when he started doing his whole like taking movies just to make money for his family and that. I don't know exactly when that actually started and all that.
I feel like we're on the cusp here. Yeah.
I mean, we can't be that. Yeah, we can't
be one after the other. Like made no sense movies. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll give a vote to Couples Retreat because I've seen it.
Yeah. So I've seen both of these, and Surrogates was just boring. Like, it was just very like mundane and like generic kind of. It's a cool concept because if we could have surrogates, man, our lives would be easy street if we could have that. But I don't love Couples Retreat either. But there's one scene that always gets me. It's when they're like doing the yoga in the morning, and then Gene Reno comes out and he's like doing naked yoga on top of people and stuff. Just really awkward, but it
Boom.
It makes me laugh a little bit. So yeah, I mean, just because there's nothing that's going up against it I'm passionate about, I'll go Couples Retreat.
Yeah, we're about on the cusp here. Like, there's even like a couple small ones in like the late 2000s, but like early 2010s is where it's starting to get like a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But Richie, what do you say?
Horrible thing.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot Surrogates existed as a movie. I remember. I vaguely remember it coming out now, but yeah, I think I watched it, but I can't remember much of it. Couples Retreat, I defend a little bit. It's not great, but it has a few laughs here and there. I do like the cameo from Peter Serafinowicz. Playing a hero. I think that's pretty fun. There's some jokes to be had here. So look, it could have been a lot better given the cast, and I wish Pays on Love would be on more stuff. But I'll go Couples Retreat.
Partly Pays on Love's fault.
And also, Malcolm, Couples Retreat has your boy Tamir Morrison in it. He's in that movie. So
that's right.
But Mike, what do you say?
It's been a long time since I've seen Surrogates, but I remember liking it when I did see it. I'm a sucker for sci-fi, but I'm gonna go for Couples Retreat just because it's one I've actually watched more than once. Okay, I'm admitting to cheesy romantic comedies here.
Sure. Yeah. Well, then it'll be Couples Retreat.
I was probably watching this on the Playbears. Like, I'm glad I skipped out of this episode.
Yeah, right.
I've got Machete up against Shorts.
Oh yeah,
that's not really a fair matchup, is it?
Wait, is this?
I don't know what
the same director.
Yeah, I believe so. Robert Rodriguez.
This is Robert Rodriguez versus Robert Rodriguez. Yeah, this shows you like the dude either makes really like kiddie fart PG movies or the dude goes hard R. I love it. It's so weird.
Yeah,
now, anyone going to vote Shorts over Machete?
No.
It's not the worst, but it's not great.
Yeah.
But we've got The Road up against Knowing.
All right. I mean, there's a discussion at least, but
Knowing was another Philip K. Dick adaptation.
Yeah. So it'll be
What did Philip K.
Maria
ever do to
first.
you? Call him like that.
The Road, heart wrenching, kill yourself. Jump off a bridge after you watch it.
Maria,
Maria,
don't watch The Road. I don't trust you.
Yeah.
These things are so sad.
Fear for your life.
Watch them. I got enough problems. I don't in my own life. I don't need to watch it.
Got 99 problems, but a Maria ain't one.
That's right. Well, don't say that because that's not true, and not everybody believes that. So anyway, Knowing, what's that about? I don't think I know that one. So who's in that?
That's Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Okay. There's something to do with like a weird number sequence and some alien stuff.
I'll vote for that because The Road tears my heart out. I can't deal. And again, I read the book. Sorry.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen Knowing. It's one of those ones I looked at the one of the Mariners movies like, yeah, I could probably just find something else to watch because if it makes it through to the championship, I'll watch it. But I did actually watch The Road for this, and I mean it's basically similar to A Quiet Place in parts. Like there's barely any dialogue at all in this. Like it's Viggo Mortensen and I want to say it's Cody Smith McPhee. Walking through this like post-apocalyptic landscape. With a few appearances like Charlize Theron, I think appears briefly in the movie. Her and also Guy Pearce. I think The Road is it's a really good movie, so I'm going to vote The Road.
Yeah. So I have seen both of these, and Knowing I thought was actually pretty decent up until the ending. I hated the ending. Hated it so bad that I promised myself I'm never going to watch this ever again unless someday I'm doing a YouTube show and I have to watch it for that. So no.
Were you doing a YouTube show at the time?
No. But
did you say that? That's so weird that you predicted that.
No, I didn't really say that. But I don't want to watch it again because the ending's so bad. But The Road is really, really good, and I've read the book by Cormac McCarthy. That book's really good. The book's even 10 times better probably than the movie. It's phenomenal. But The Road's a pretty decent adaptation, and I like that Charlize Theron pops up. She's my favorite actress. So I'll vote for The Road. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, Knowing is all right. It gets up its own ass a bit, but it's okay. It's nothing. You'll probably think nothing you can remember about. The Road, based on a really popular book, but it's a hard watch, but it's really good. I think it's filmed in Australia. I believe it's got some Australian connection anyway. It's just really good. Guy Pearce shows up in here as well. He's always good and shit. And The Road's really good. It's a really heart-wrenching movie. So I'll go The Road.
Well, Richie, The Road was shot in different parts of Pennsylvania in the United States, is what it said.
Oh, well,
it looked like Australia, didn't it? I think
it has Australians in it. Guy Pearce and Cody.
Right. Yeah, they're from Australia, so but
we made it work.
Mike, what do you say?
Well, I have seen Knowing, and I haven't seen The Road, but I'll go against the grain and go with The Road, just for the heck of it.
Yeah. Well, that might be with the grain. I don't know, but
I guess with the grain.
Yeah, but JPO.
Yeah, this is another almost like Bruce to a degree. Like, it's another kind of era like Nicolas Cage that I'm very iffy on. So I didn't like Knowing too much. The Road I really like. Like I said, it's bleak, but I think it's a very engaging tale all the way to the end. So I'm to The Road.
Yeah, so it'll be The Road.
And with that, The Road is moving on. And very quickly, I'm going
to Road.
And very quickly, I'm going to do the director's game with Alex Proyas. His first movie was a movie that only Richie's probably heard of. Spirits of the Year, Gremlins of the Clouds, which is Australian.
I
which is
remember
a
that.
strange movie. Then he went on to direct The Crow. Then after that, he went to Dark City. Then after that, he directed a movie called Garage Days. Then
know
after
that.
that, he directed I, Robot. And then he moved on to
Make
Knowing.
Garage Days, right?
And then
I'm
God
just kidding.
at this point is his most recent movie.
Yeah.
God did.
Nice.
But, yeah. He did Gods of Egypt and then whinged that people didn't like the movie.
Yeah.
But next up, we've got Push up against Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Ooh,
Also got it already, Cinnamon?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
No, it's a joke. I was saying this is the same
Oh,
Push as before.
Oh, okay.
That's a Pelham remake.
I don't remember her in either of these, but but Malcolm, you'll be first, so you're gonna go.
I haven't seen Push. I'm pretty sure it's a Dakota Fanning Chris Evans movie. Which sounds very interesting. It's one that I do want to go watch at some stage.
I really like it. I don't know if a lot of people do though.
But yeah, I have seen Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. I was going to do a double in preparation for this. I was going to do a double feature of the remake and this, or the original and the remake. But then I started watching what I thought was the original. It turned out to be this random classic 50s movie called 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
It took me about half a movie to realize that it's not what it, I thought it was. But my vote is going to go to Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Whoopsies. Yeah. But yeah, so I've never seen the original or the remake of the Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3. Just a blind spot that I'll probably get to someday. But I actually really like the movie Push. I actually champion it a lot. This movie almost made my 128. It's just for whatever reason, I just really like Chris Evans and things. I think he's always great. It's a cool story of like some people that kind of have some like superpowers and they're kind of fighting. They show some really gritty parts of like Hong Kong that are pretty cool to see. I really like the set pieces that they use and also Malcolm. It's got another New Zealander, Cliff Curtis, is in it. So there's that and there's some really frightening guys. The guys that like scream really loud and like can affect you or like it pretty like haunting looking. So yeah. And when I met Chris Evans at a convention, I mentioned the movie Push that I thought it was awesome. He's like, oh yeah, Push. That's not one really like many people bring up. Cool. So yeah, but Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I also champion Push. I think it's a really good movie. Yeah, and decent. This is where they also try to make Camille Bell a thing. When a Stranger Calls, and yeah, and also Maggie Sith is in this. You might know her. She's from Sons of Anarchy. She's also in the TV show Billions. And it's just a really fun concept, and I think it works. I think more people need to see it. And Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3 is actually a decent remake. Yeah, I think it's good. John Travolta makes a decent. Is a decent villain, and yeah, I think it works. It's a good movie. But yeah, I'm gonna go Push based on the film by whatever the director is.
Sapphire.
Yeah, Sapphire. There you go. Yeah, but yeah. Based on I can't remember, but I believe that it might be based on some kind of graphic novel. I think, but Mike, what do you say?
Well, let's see. I haven't seen either one, but I do like me a good sort of superhero movie, and that's kind of the vibe that Push seems like it's giving off. I looked up a summary, read it, so I'll go with that one.
Yeah, sounds good. JPO, what do you say?
Pelham's a fine enough, like, kind of reboot, remake. I like Travolta as the bad guy here. It does have a little bit of a whimper of an ending, I always felt, though, so it didn't totally get me to the next level. I agree with you and Richie. I like Push, actually. I think it was kind of underseen at the time. I remember I was working at Kmart, and I bought it, like, the first week because I just had some money that week. And, I dug it, man. A nice sci-fi flick, a good performance by him. I like the kind of the lore of the universe, and, I go for Push.
That's funny that that you worked there because I actually found some old footage the other day. I was going through old videos that I had on my computer, and I filmed an old video inside Kmart. And you can hear like the blue light specials and the layaway and all that stuff.
That was, dude. I was the guy every 5 minutes. Hey, everybody, blue light specials. We got a 16-inch Sony on, like all the time.
Nice.
So much so that when I went to Walmart, I screwed up one time and I was like, "Attention, Kmart! Oh shit! Attention, Walmart shoppers!" Yeah,
it's right on the speaker.
I was like waiting for someone to get mad at me. But no one like we laughed at customer service, and no one ever got mad at me. Luckily, because I used to do it all the time. So yeah.
Nice. That's funny. But Maria, what are you gonna go for here?
Well, I want to mention Kmart. Shout out to the ham sandwiches that you could get, like they were 10 in a bag or whatever, and then
yeah. Also, shout out to the ones that had a little Caesars inside Kmart. That was fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had this on the way out. They had all kinds of made-up sandwiches and stuff. We were like, we would go there.
There was a spot in electronics though where I could watch a security camera, just watch movies until someone management came around.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there's Steve. Act like you're doing shit.
Yeah, all right.
I like the original Pelham. I haven't seen this version. I don't know anything about it. I just thought that was in the period when John Travolta was iffy and maybe coming back, and I just didn't get it 100%.
Oh, Kata, taking this train, hey.
Yeah. Was there any dancing involved? That's all I want to know. I'm going to
Saturday night.
it, but of the two, I don't know anything.
1, 2, fuck you, hey.
Your John Travolta
He knows with a rubber fuel hose.
I'm going to take this train out right now.
This train is electrifying. Yeah. but
That's funny.
Malcolm, what do you got?
I believe I started it off.
Okay. So I think it's Push, right?
Yeah. So you voted Push, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Push.
Yeah. Did anyone remember? So when I was a little kid, this is like a really quick story, but used to go to Kmart. Anyone remember Pogs? They're like little tiny, like little cardboard milk cap thing.
I'm sorry, Jordan.
Remember? There you go. You still got them. But we used to go to Kmart and they had a glass display case. Me and all my friends would like pick them from the glass display case, which Pogs we wanted. So yeah.
Cool.
I was like,
White Ranger.
Nice. That's awesome. But
Razor Ramon. Okay, I'm done.
Jordan, we've got Crazy Heart versus Fanboys.
Wow.
All right, so I'm first on this one.
Yeah,
these are both good. I was a little late to Crazy Heart, but Austin suggested it. It's a good little biopic. Like I actually really like it, but I got to go with Brian here over in the chat. He says Fanboys for the win, and yeah, I'm a big fan of that movie because I am a fanboy. So and it has a good little cast too. I mean, I like Dan Fogelberg. He's like the better version of Josh Gad to me, like way funnier and kind of like similar build as him. But and then Seth Rogen and Jay Baruchel, Kristen Bell, and Chris Marquette. So and Sam Huntington. That's kind of your little main crew there that go in the road trip to like I can't remember.
Lucas.
They're trying to go to to Skywalker Ranch to try to get
Skywalker Ranch. There we go.
Yeah, the like copy of episode 1 before it is released to the public, and they stop by like a Star Trek convention, which is pretty funny. That's where like Seth Rogen pops up as like one of the like Trekkies in there. But yeah, so I'll go with Fanboys. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I think this could be another one where the Oscar contender doesn't get through.
Yeah.
Didn't he win? I thought he won for that.
Yeah,
this wasn't nominated for pitch.
But Jeff Bridges won for Best Actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Crazy Heart is really good. Go check it out. But I think over the time it's sort of become underrated. But it is a very good movie. But yeah, I really like Fanboys. It sort of surprised me. Sort of a movie that took a while to come out from memory. I think it kind of set certain development for a while. But when it did come out, it was surprising. And it's really entertaining. So I'll go Fanboys.
Yeah. Mike, what do you say here?
Well, as much as I love Jeff Bridges as an actor and all that, being the Star Wars fan that I am, I got to give it to Fanboys because that was just a fun movie.
Yep.
especially
Good.
them riding in the I don't know if it was a car or a motorhome or what it was. Pretending like
Some kind
it
of
was
van
the
or
Millennium
something, yeah.
Falcon.
Yeah,
All
right.
of the people my age did that when we were kids. I mean,
Nice.
punch it, Chewy.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. JPO.
Oh, JPO doesn't agree with this round at all. Listen, fanboys should be right up my alley, but you can tell why this thing sat on the back burner for 3 years. Like, they found a hard time. They kept trying to do reshoots and like find different ways to get things. The cameos are there just to kind of be cameos. A lot of the jokes are right on the nose. I don't know. I didn't like it as much as I wanted to. Despite the cast and the concept, I think it's great. Crazy Heart, I think is such a fantastic performance by him. Maybe my favorite of Bridges' performance, and Colin Farrell's really good in it as well. My girl Maggie G. Oh man, my vote definitely went to Crazy Heart.
Yeah, and Fanboys also has a cameo from not Jay and Silent Bob. They're just guys at the gas station, but I don't think they're playing Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, and even then, I'm like, it's not a funny scene. Like, it's just they're just there and they make like one kind of quick side joke and it's over.
Yeah, but Maria, what do you say?
I don't like Jeff Bridges that much. I'm sorry. The only thing I love him in is Big Lebowski. I think he does a perfect job there.
Yeah.
He's okay. I mean, I like Hell and High Water. He was good in that too.
Yeah.
Fanboys is really
Her
funny.
name's 9 more
cute.
movies. And I kind of like this. Yeah.
He's
And
in
he's
a
good.
lot of movies. I get
He's
it,
good.
but I mean, I don't. He's not my favorite. You know what I mean? Fanboys is hysterical. So yeah, I would vote for Fanboys.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you got?
I think Fanboys is pretty fun, and that poster looks like they just took the 40-year-old virgin poster and just slapped Darth Vader's face onto on the.
Yeah, it's
on
probably
the
on, like maybe like half the
It
point.
was funny.
Intentional.
But yeah, I think Fanboys is a fun movie, and I think JPO just wanted to anger Jay Burns here because I know Jay Burns really loves Fanboys.
I'm sorry, I didn't see Ponyo, and you're wrong about Fanboys. You're 2-0.
But that being said, I'm also going to vote against Fanboys because I think Crazy Heart is a really good movie, and it's actually not a biopic. It's actually based on a book which is inspired by a different scene, but it's actually not a real life story. And I think it's really good. I think Jeff Bridges definitely deserved the Oscar that year, so I'm going to go Crazy Heart. But it's going to be Fanboys movie.
Yeah, it'll be Fanboys. Let's go.
And we've got Fantastic Mr. Fox up against Kick-Ass.
Good round.
Ooh,
Oh
okay.
man.
Yeah.
You guys
This
don't really
will
have
be.
to vote. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a conversation.
Oh,
Here.
hell yeah. No, this
Yeah.
is
There's a
fine.
conversation.
You're
Oh,
crazy.
really?
Yeah.
That bad, huh? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My bad.
But
Sorry.
Richie, you're up first.
Yeah. So I don't want to like shit on other like leagues here, but I sort of just the way things are. But like I kind of felt like my Fantastic Mr. Fox viewing was hampered because it was one of those ones where I had to study. I watched it for study, and then I wrote down things that never actually came up with questions. I don't like those quiz. I don't like those trivia things. They're annoying.
Hell yeah. Down with studying for trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's like watching movies for enjoyment. But yeah, like what I really liked. I need to rewatch it. Yeah, I mean, I know you and Austin. I was like, you and Austin are not high on Wes Anderson. I like him a lot.
Nope.
I want. Yeah, I haven't seen Asteroid City yet. I'm looking for it. But yeah, Kick-Ass is really good. It's Kick-Ass. You know what? But it's won a tournament. So I'm gonna go Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah. And also, let me get back to it. Shout out Wolfman watching. He says Fanboys is on Tubi. He's never seen it. And Fantastic Mr. Fox is fantastic, of course. But Mike, what are you gonna go for?
I did see Fantastic Mr. Fox, and it was an okay movie. I didn't read the book. Apparently, it was a Roald Dahl book.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to give it to Kick-Ass. That was just a fun.
Oh, the Roald Dahl book. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's all
Cool. Yeah. Well, JPO, what do you say?
This is the toughest match of the round for me here. I think they're both actually really well done. Kick-Ass, a nice little kind of different take on the comic book genre, making some fun at it here. The sequel doesn't hold up as well here, but I love this one with Nicolas Cage. Hit Girl. I still love to see some more Hit Girl in cinema, as well as Kick-Ass himself. Fantastic Mr. Fox, though, was one I slept on for a little bit here, but I think it's really well done here, man. Again, I think Wes Anderson also lends his kind of humor, I think, really well to like this Isle of Dogs, like, you know, and this kind of animation. It's a different kind of animation too. You really see the hairs kind of jump and everything, and I really liked it. I'm gonna also give my vote to Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah, Maria.
Kick-Ass. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
You guys have
Good,
all argued it out. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm.
I was a big fan of Roald Dahl books growing up, and Fantastic Mr. Fox was probably the book I had read the most. And then, like, when I heard they were making a movie about it, I actually was pretty skeptical about it, to be honest. I thought it was okay, but I was actually disappointed by it because of how much I loved the book and the movie. Like, while it's got the bare bones of the book, it just wasn't exactly the same as the book. And before anyone goes, yes, I know it doesn't have to be like the book, but
No.
It's just one of those ones that, because I was a big fan of the book, that's why I was disappointed by the movie. So I'm going to go Kick-Ass on this.
Books are just boring movies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you have to use your imagination. Come on, who wants to do that? But yeah. So for this matchup, I'll just say this: Kick-Ass comes up here a lot for good reason, because it's really, really good. But I found this poster I just want to show off. I'm trying to find where I can buy it because I really want it, because I'm a big Simpsons fan. So it's like a little mock, like Simpsons Kick-Ass one. I thought that
is really good.
Look pretty cool. I
Looks
want that on my
crazy.
wall. So yeah, but I'm not a big Wes Anderson fan, but you know what? The Fantastic Mr. Fox is the one Wes Anderson movie that really surprised me. I actually really dug it. I thought this movie was fantastic. Yeah, like it's in the name there, and yeah, I think George Clooney kills it. I mean, and then when some of the other side characters show up, Bill Murray and Owen Wilson, and then Meryl Streep is in there, Jason Schwartzman, like they're all pretty fun, just kind of trying to sneak into the farmer's farm and into his warehouse and like all the crazy antics. I think it's a good time. So I'll show some love to the Fantastic Mr. Fox. So, yeah.
And with that, we've got our first tie, and it goes to Richie.
All right, cool. You came through for me, Jordan. I didn't think out of all the people who would vote for Wes Anderson, I didn't think you would. So
it's the only one I'm ever going to do.
So I'll go Fantastic Mr. Fox. Good on you.
Yeah, let's go.
Next up, we've got Rip It up against 12 rounds.
All right. All right. So it'll be Mike first. What do you got?
Let's see. What do we got? Whip It and what's that one? I can't.
12 rounds.
12
John
rounds.
Cena.
Okay.
John
Oh
Cena.
man. I think I've seen Whip It once, but
Whip It
might have been one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must whip it.
I think I've seen it once, but it was probably one of those things where I was up late and turned it on because I'm like, okay, whatever. But it was pretty good. I'll go with that one because I haven't seen 12 rounds.
Yeah. JPO. What do you say?
Well, this is a slight spoiler for Rank 'em on Sundays where we talk John Cena movies, because I don't love 12 rounds. I think it's fine. It's very passable. Kind of a slightly lower budget. Some stuff you have to kind of take for granted. The timing doesn't always work out. And Cena's still kind of getting his chops. I think Whip It's the better movie here. I actually like this tale. Nice cast. I believe Drew Barrymore also directed it as well as co-starred in it. Kristen Wiig. Yeah. I like the whole troupe. So, yeah, I'm going for Whip It here. Not the WWE Studios one.
Yeah. Maria, what do you got?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just going to go with John Cena, just because I like him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen either one of them, so I didn't know which way I wanted to go. Let's go with him.
Sounds good. Malcolm, what do you say?
I watched Rip It for this, and I think it's a really good movie. But yeah, I said it on JPO's countdown when we did WB Studios movies that I really love 12 Rounds. I think it's a lot of fun. Directed by Rennie Harlan. And yeah. So yeah, 12 Rounds gets my vote here.
Can't wait to fight you for a third time on Sunday. We will never agree on this.
Yeah. Let me guess. So I've never seen 12 Rounds, but John Cena has a gun, and there's only 12 rounds left in the chamber.
Yeah, I'll explain it. I'll explain it.
That's actually not true. Haha.
Okay.
Bare knuckle boxing. No.
My best guess, but yeah.
No, there's an evil guy, and he gives him like there's 12 things.
You know, Die Hard with a Vengeance. It's that.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but not as good and not as well shot.
But I haven't seen Whip It either. But that was the next movie on my list to watch. Like I want to see it because it seems pretty fun and like I love me a good kind of sports like drama type of movie here and yeah, like Drew Barrymore, Elliot Page, Kristen Wiig, Juliette Lewis. I mean, that's a team I would root for right there. Like, and I really like sports that are kind of like the like unconventional ones, like it's like a roller derby team or something like that, and like it's kind of one of those off the beaten path sports, and I dig that. So I'll go with Whip It. Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, 12 rounds. You're fighting an uphill battle on Rankin, on Malcolm. This movie is generic as hell, and it's a Die Hard with a Vengeance ripoff, and doesn't do it that well. Yeah, this is where John Cena was just doing studio. Like he was he was their biggest star, so they're just throwing in movies, but he's just fighting his chops. He's not great in this movie. But yeah, Whip It's really good. Yeah, Drew Barrymore film. Here's one thing you'll never hear me say, but you'll hear me say one time. You know who's really funny in this movie? Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
Jimmy Fallon is good in this movie, and he's an actor.
Huh?
Yeah. The last times you see him as an actor, yeah.
Yeah, and he's funny. He's a good comedic timing in this movie.
Hey,
yeah.
I like Fever Pitch. Back off.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon in another Drew Barrymore movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the only times he was good, he needed Barrymore. That's what he did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So yeah, no, he was good as like the announcer dude. And Elliot Page is good. Yeah, I like roller derby. I've been to a couple of things, so it's kind of fun. But yeah, I'll go with it. It was a good movie.
You got Daniel Stern in it. Oh, interesting. But might be, yeah. All right. We'll do the other side. Doing pretty good on timing. We could tighten it up a little bit. Shave 5-10 seconds off your comments, but I mean, not bad.
I mean, Maria talked a little too much about Kick-Ass. Let's all agree.
yeah, right.
I'm sorry.
A little too much.
Wrap it up.
Give her the hook.
Oh no! What do we have here?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yikes.
So do you want to just move the girl with the dragon tattoo over?
Yeah.
That's
an obvious choice. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, Austin might vote for Human Centipede, but he's not.
Here's my two big pet peeves. Read and whatever that other thing is.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I think Austin had to forget it because it came out in the year and it thought it'd be fun to fit it in there.
Yeah, right.
Like Julie and Julia versus X-Men Origins Wolverine. So anyone going X-Men Origins Wolverine over Julie and Julia, or was this?
It's not really my thing, but I'd go. It's a better movie, so yes.
I mean, I would vote for probably actually Wolverine here because I mean,
if you want to do a round, then we can do
a round. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine if you want to just move it over. I'd probably be the only one voting for it. So.
Yeah.
No, I like.
Yeah, I feel weird saying it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking a Wolverine movie.
They had such potential for that.
Yeah.
What the world happened?
Lovely Bones up against the Blind.
Well, now we know what's wrong with that movie.
Which may or may not have happened.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a conversation here. So, who's up first now? Is it?
I think it might be you.
Okay. Yeah. If it's me, that's fine. I've never seen it at the Lovely Bones. I always get get it confused with the other Bones one with Jennifer Lawrence in it or whatever that is, the Winter's Bone or something.
Winter's
But
Bone.
but
totally different.
yeah, but
I think they're
yeah,
slightly
similar.
yeah. Which I have seen
Other
that
than the
one.
Bones.
I've never seen the Lovely Bones. I know it's got like Mark Wahlberg in it and stuff, but the Blind Side's pretty good.
What?
Even though like what they're saying about it. I mean, it's a movie. Like, don't take away
Yeah,
Sandra
that's
Bullock's
what I-
getting an
that's what
Oscar
I
for
feel.
it. Like, it's a movie.
That's just
Movies
dumb
can be-
ignorant people.
Yeah.
The Oscars ain't saying that. So they're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, that's just stupid. Yeah, because you can take any adaptation, you can make it whatever you want. So, yeah, I'm gonna vote for the Blind Side because it's pretty decent. So yeah, I mean it's kind of a white savior type of thing, but I mean I think it's fine. But Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, Sandra Bullock was hired to play his adopted mum, and she played his adopted mum well. So it's not her fault. Whatever.
Yeah,
yeah, she did her job. I do find it a bit iffy though. This sort of falls in line with like you know how that there was that story about the guy who's on the Nirvana cover who came out and tried to sue the band.
Oh yeah, the baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Baby and the
years later, like, are you a bit broke there, man? Okay.
Yeah. Trying to
This
say
feels a
child
bit like that.
pornography or
Why is
something.
it coming out now? But yeah, Lovely Bones is probably one of like Peter Jackson's lesser movies to me. I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. I don't love it. It was meant to be Ryan Gosling in the Mark Wahlberg role, but I think they had a falling out. But yeah, and the Blind Side's fine. I think it's good, and I think Sandberg did a good performance. So I'll go the Blind Side as well.
Yeah, Mike, what do you say?
Have not seen The Blind Side, but I did actually like The Lovely Bones, even though it was a creepy story. So I'll throw in for that one.
Yeah, sounds good. JPO, you got?
Yeah, these are kind of on par for me here. I mean, yeah, Bullock's really good, but overall the movie didn't do too much for me. And I would actually go back to Lovely Bones. I think it's kind of, but at the same time, I think it's a really interesting story, and I was kind of a tough watch too. But I think everyone's given really good performances, even Wahlberg. So I'm gonna go Lovely Bones here.
Yeah, sounds good. Maria.
I think the Lovely Bones. I haven't seen it, but I did stay in a Holiday Inn last night, so I think I can understand where it's coming from. Just kidding. No, I mean, I think the book is really poetic. I mean, as far as the way, I think a really interesting take on solving your own murder type thing. But Sandra Bullock, this story also gets me because the guy he hasn't had the ability to negotiate his own contracts and stuff. Why didn't this come up before? You know what I mean? It seems very fishy. I don't know. I don't understand the whole thing. It's none of my business anyway. But I think she did a great job playing that woman, even if it's not what we expected it to be at the end of the day. But she did a great job of being a mother who, took care of the kid and, got him where he needed to be. So I think even though the story might be not right, I'm going to bet for The Blind Side.
Yeah. Well, my question about Sandra Bullock was did she deserve the Oscar? Was she really truly the best actress that year? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I don't remember who else was nominated.
Yeah, same here. But I don't think her performance was anything that fantastic. But
well, it is in a sense that that's certainly out of her wheelhouse. I mean, being
that is true.
Tough,
but
I think she did a good job with it. I mean, look at Julia Roberts and Erin Brockovich. Did she really do anything spectacular? Well, she was feisty. I mean, she did what she had to do to get the thing done. So yeah, I think it's
feisty. Yeah, makes sense. But Malcolm, what do you say?
So funny enough, talking about Julia Roberts, she was originally offered Sandra Bullock's role, but she turned it down.
Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, so it could have been Julia Roberts playing Sandra's.
Different movie,
interesting.
But I mean, also nominated for Best Actress that year, so was Helen Mirren from The Last Station, Carey Mulligan from An Education, Gabrielle Sidibe, as we mentioned earlier, and Meryl Streep for Julie and Julia. So I mean, I would argue that I think she did deserve it out of the ones nominated. Although I think Helen Mirren, I think should have got it, but yeah, I mean, all this discourse over The Blind Side at the moment is stupid, and I mean, it's one of those ones like I don't know how old what's his face was when this movie was being made, because
Michael Orr,
from what I hear is his adopted parents put him into this it into a conservatorship or something similar to Britney Spears and all that, and it's all this thing. And I think he said he didn't want to bring it up early because I think it was one of those cases where he didn't want it to impact negatively on his NFL career or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, but I actually really enjoy it. I actually really enjoy The Lovely Bones myself. And yeah, I think it's definitely different to what Peter Jackson has normally done. And I think it was pretty good. So I'm going to vote Lovely Bones, and with that we do have a tie. And it goes to Mike.
Mike,
Goes
what do
to
you
me? I'll stick with Lovely Bones.
Yeah, Lovely Bones it is.
Take that, Centerville.
There's
nothing wrong. So take that.
Was taken away.
Yeah.
We took away your thing.
Documentary The Code.
Oh yeah, it's a documentary. Okay.
The Cove. That's about the whale.
This is a weird matchup for me, but Richie, what do you say?
All right, I'll vote for this, and then I'm just gonna go for a second. I'll still be on, but I just gotta do a couple of things. But yeah, like I'll be back. I'll be back by the time you vote for the next thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is weird. I haven't seen The Cove. I've seen Obsessed. That is, yeah. I think that's maybe like so bad it's kind of good territory. Like yeah, it's basically what it is. It feels like a Lifetime movie, just got big stuff in it. Yeah, basically.
Ali Larder.
Yeah, Idris Elba has an affair with I think Ali Larder. Yeah, Ali Larder, and then
we're talking Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba cheats on Beyonce. Beyonce's hot. Stop cheating on Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Yeah, if you're with Beyonce, that's a huge mistake. Huge. I mean, it's a mistake for anyone, but especially with Beyonce.
Yeah. So it's just like a woman's scorn type of thing. It's just very kind of Lifetime-y, really bad kind of film. It's badly acted. Like Idris Elba doesn't need to be in this movie. I don't know who he owed money to. Yeah.
I love him.
But I haven't seen The Cove.
He's in debt.
But yeah, so I guess I'll go Obsessed because I've seen it, and you can have so bad it's good time in it. But
yeah, sounds good. We'll go to Mike. Here we go.
Okay, well these are also two I have not seen. I'm kind of intrigued with you guys saying it's so bad it's good with this Obsessed movie, but just for kicks and giggles, I guess I'll go with Obsessed.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. JPO, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately here, I'm sure, The Cove has like a really good tale we should all know and everything, but I didn't see it. So Obsessed was, not good. I don't necessarily agree that it's even so bad it's good, but it's the one I saw.
Yeah. Maria.
The Cove is about killing these animals in horrible ways.
Yeah, dolphins and stuff. Yeah.
I've watched it. It's kind of really hard to, again, they're hard to watch when they do that kind of thing. I don't know anything about Obsessed, but I'm going to go with The Cove because I think it's an important thing that people need to be leaving these fucking animals alone. Jesus Christ. You have to ruin for it. It's like swimming with him. I mean, honestly, can't you just enjoy him doing his thing out there? So
right.
Anyway, okay.
Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason The Cove was made was for this director to bring attention to that, to try and inform everyone about these practices, and so they can stop them.
Trapping these
animals. Yeah, like I've only vaguely heard about Obsessed, but it's one of those ones that I've never really been that big of a fan of Beyonce acting, with some exceptions. Like I do think she is good in Goldmember. I will argue that that's probably Beyonce's better movie performance.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because of how important I think it is, I'm going to vote for The Cove.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the either of these, but so I'm just gonna vote for a random reason because I've always kind of had like a low-key crush on Ali Larder, going all the way back to Heroes, that TV show. She was in that, and I can't remember what she had. It was like super strength.
What
or,
happened to that
or
show?
She had something, some kind of up
They
power.
tried
I
bringing
can't
it back a
remember
couple
what,
times.
Did they
what it
really?
was, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
but yeah. So she's pretty good looking. I'll go for obsessed. Sure.
And the obsessed is going to move on.
Kind
Yeah.
of look good looking. Yeah, sort of.
But next up, we've got Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen up against the Messenger.
All right, I guess we got to vote on this one.
Who's in this?
So
It's Woody
Ben-
Harrelson and Ben Foster.
Oh, Ben
Yeah.
Foster. Okay, I know. I think I know
What
him. I can't figure it out.
Transformers?
No,
Revenge of the Fallen.
Messenger.
It's the second one.
Oh, it's the second one. Okay, well, we won't need Richie back for a minute, so we'll go to Mike first. You got some time, Richie.
Let's see. Well, since I haven't seen The Messenger, I'll have to go with Transformers. I actually only started watching these movies because I've got a friend who's really into the Transformers, the toys, and the original animated show.
Nice.
So we went to a bunch of these together just for fun, but they're fun kind of popcorn movies.
Yeah. Well, JPO, what do you say?
This is where I'm starting to check out Transformers. It's actually it's up there. It's one of my least favorite ones. The second one didn't do much for me. Messengers definitely has its moments because it's Foster and Harrelson have to go and tell people, hey, their loved ones died from the war, and it really gets you. And so I'm gonna vote for that one. I love Foster, and it's a great performance by him.
Yeah, Maria.
When I'm looking for a rollicking time, I'm going to go to The Messenger and watch that. Then, wow, that's fun.
Yeah, right.
I love Ben
Very
Foster.
sad.
I mean, I think his performance in Hell or High Water is unbelievably good.
Oh yeah.
And Chris Pine too. I mean, who knew Chris Pine had that kind of stuff? But the Transformer movies, my sons are so in love with that. Got an Optimus Lego thing the other day somebody did, and it's on the kitchen table. I'm like, oh my god, really?
Nice.
So I guess I'll vote for their honor for the Transformers.
Sure. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I've seen both of these. Like, I think the Transformers franchise, for the most part, is really fun. But I watched The Messenger for this because it is really highly rated on Rotten Tomatoes and that. Like, and also alongside Woody Harrelson and Ben Foster, you've got like Samantha Morton in here, Jenna Malone, Steve Buscemi's in here.
Buscemi's good too, actually.
Yeah, it's another one of those war movies which tackles the idea of like PTSD and all that as well. I think it did that, but I think it's a really good movie. And yeah, I think it's a really different type of war movie that I'll probably get behind. Like, so I'm gonna go The Messenger.
Yeah, so I haven't seen The Messenger, but I have seen Revenge of the Fallen. And then literally the only thing that Revenge of the Fallen gets right for me is the special effects. Like the special effects in this Transformers movies are phenomenal. That is one thing that they do really well. But besides that, the movies are just terrible. Like they're just not. I don't know. Sometimes not even watchable. I don't know. I'm a big Transformers fan. I grew up with the TV series. I watched that. A whole bunch of the toys and everything, but it's cool to see what they look like in real life, and that's fun and everything. But like as an overall movie, it's not that good. So I'll go to The Messenger because this is one I really want to see, and I'll watch Ben Foster do anything. I'll watch him sit and eat cereal for 2 hours, and it'd be interesting. Like he's great. So yeah, The Messenger. And I don't think Richie is back yet. If he is,
but
okay.
What I was about to say, it doesn't matter what Richie's going to vote. It's still going to be The Messenger 4-1.
Yeah. So we can just put it through. I was just double checking with him.
But next up, we've got A Serious Man up against Bride Wars.
Okay.
Bride Wars.
Yeah. So this time it'll be JPO first.
This is the second time. I don't have many blind spots. I was pretty damn good on this tournament to begin with, but this is the second time where like my 4 or 5 are right together. So luckily, I'm just gonna go with The Serious Man. It's a Coen Brothers movie, so I think it's got to be better.
Yeah. Maria, what do you got?
I just can't imagine the Bride Wars movie. I don't even want to think about it. I'll go with The Serious Man.
Yeah, and Richie even put in the private chat. I didn't see it. He voted for The Messenger. So, but Malcolm, what do you
All
say?
right.
But yeah, but I honestly have a lot of fun with Bride Wars. Like when it comes to bad rom-coms, like I somehow enjoy them more than most people. And I mean, it's Bride Wars is one of the I think it's labeled as a rom-com, but I would argue it's not overly that much. I think it's more of a straight comedy. But I have a lot of fun with it. I did watch A Serious Man for this. Like, I'm generally very hit or miss when it comes to Coen Brothers. But yeah, I'm going to vote Bride Wars.
Yeah. Then I'll just shout out Wolf. He says the Coen Brothers are third or fourth all-time favorite directors. Serious Man is maybe in their top 5 best films. All right.
I've heard more people say that, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Subjective.
yeah,
Totally
like
subjective.
Bride Wars is just not.
Thank you, Maria. I didn't know that.
I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I didn't mean
But
anything.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Hey, good. I love
But
you.
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Well, then you'll know.
Bride Wars
Hey.
just doesn't really seem like a movie for me. Like I don't really care about these rom-com. Let's get married. I don't know. Like it just doesn't do anything. I mean, just sometimes there'll be a rare one that'll hit for me, but I've never seen it. But those look at Chris Pratt maybe being the best friend like way back when, something like that. But he did that a few times. But A Serious Man, like I'm not like over the moon about the cast, but it's got a few recognizable faces with like Michael Stuhlbarg and like Richard Kind and Simon Helberg from what's it called?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, the Big Bang Theory. Like he pops up. So yeah, I'll go with A Serious Man. It's probably a little more up my alley. Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, I've seen Bride Wars. It's just literally just two women bickering at each other for the whole movie. It gets grating after a while. And
Thank you.
this is before I think Anne Hathaway's more sort of. She's probably can afford to now, but like she's way more careful with like what roles she chooses. And yeah, I think she really does sort of duds like this now. But yeah, and I don't know. Kate Hudson is in all these Kate Hudson movies at this time too. So but yeah, Serious Man is good. I'm not like I wouldn't put it in the top 5 Coen Brothers. Each their own. But yeah, that's a big take. But it's a decent movie, so I'll go Serious Man.
Yeah, and Wolf also says, is Maria wearing a Soka cosplay? I love it. Yep, she is.
Yeah.
My kitsy.
Yeah.
Paying homage to her.
So, yeah, cool. But it'll be A Serious Man here.
Mike hasn't gone yet.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen
Mike,
either one of them.
Sorry.
So if you guys want to do Serious Man, that's fine with me.
Sure.
I'm serious.
I mean, it would have been regardless of if you voted. I just wanted to give you a chance to vote.
Sure.
I'm serious, man.
Sure everyone gets
But we've got Year One up against Inception. We could probably put Inception through.
Yeah, just put Inception.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch Year One like a guilty pleasure.
I defend Year One a little bit, but not over Inception.
We've got Half-Blood Prince up against Avatar.
What?
Ooh.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Deathly Hollows against Avatar?
No, Half-Blood Prince.
Oh, Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jeez,
yeah, so this time
wow.
Yeah, so it'll be Maria first. So, what do you got?
Avatar, as we all know, is
going
spectacular.
Hear that?
Harry Potters are all good. Who is backing up in front of my house? I'm serious.
Oh.
Like some heavy equipment.
Okay.
I'm like, go away, whoever you are. They better not be backing into my house. Okay. Jesus, I don't know. I mean, I love this Harry Potter series. I think those kids were just brilliant playing those roles, and Avatar was so good, though. I'm gonna go with Harry Potter. I bring back Harry Potter in my mind all the time. The books, movies, everything. I don't really think about Avatar that much. I mean, except when I'm at Disney and then I'm going to ride that ride. So, anyway.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah. Like I'm one of the defenders of Avatar. I really enjoy them. I actually rewatched the first Avatar for this just because it's been a while since I've actually seen it. I think it's a lot of fun, but yeah, out of these two, I really do enjoy Half-Blood Prince. I think Half-Blood Prince is great. And yeah, so I'm gonna go Half-Blood Prince on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big Avatar fan. I think these movies are way overrated. Like, I just don't really get the hype around anyone. Why we need 4 or 5 and however many sequels we're gonna get? Like, forget it. Like I don't care. Like, they're getting to the point where, like, I saw the second one in theaters, but I might skip the next one. I don't know. Like, I'm just not that interested. I mean,
There's a next
I'll
one
see
coming?
it.
There's
Oh
5
yeah,
of them filming.
there's 5 of them.
Really?
Yeah, and like maybe on like streaming, I'll watch. I'm not gonna say I'll never watch. I'm just saying like maybe we'll skip the theater run because I kind of like to make my own personal statement. Like if I'm not interested, don't give them my box office money, that kind of thing. But yeah, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, I think it's quite good. Slight.
Half-Blood Prince.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
It's got a number 6 on the
from
poster
yeah.
there.
Yeah. Harry Potter 6, the Half-Blood Prince, because I know which one it is. I was gonna say that a slight spoiler, if anyone cares, tune out quick. But this one where Dumbledore dies, and so yeah, it gets really emotional. It gets really like it's just like it's really good. Like Harry Potter like becomes kind of closer with him on like some journeys and stuff before it happens. So. Yeah, let's go with the Half-Blood Prince. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the first Avatar. Had an interesting cinema experience when I watched first Avatar. We might talk about that on the podcasting we're doing. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I just found it bland. Yeah, given all the hype around it, I was a bit disappointed. The special effects are amazing. I prefer The Way of Water. I love The Way of Water, but yeah, Avatar, the first one, wasn't, it doesn't hit me. Half-Blood Prince is really good, so I'll go Harry Potter the Half-Blood Prince, aka Prince Harry.
Yeah, sounds good. Mike, what do you say?
Wow. Well, even though Avatar did, because there was like a plagiarism case when it came out with a science fiction story called "Call Me Joe" by Paul Anderson. It made me pick up the story, and that was interesting, and I could see where they were saying that Cameron would have pulled from it. I've seen Harry Potter more, so I'll give it to Harry Potter.
Yeah. JPO.
I mean, I like the Harry Potter franchise. I think Half-Blood Prince is a good entry. And while I cooled down on Avatar, that initial watch, I really did dig it here. I think there's good storytelling underneath just the effects as well, and I love the world they built. I've cooled down on it, but I'm still going to give the slight edge to Avatar here.
Yeah, well, it'll still be Harry Potter.
And I think this is the first time Harry Potter's actually got out of round 1.
Wow.
Probably.
In the latest series.
Harry Potter.
Here we
No
go.
Austin here.
Here we go.
But up in the air, up against the base of Witch Mountain.
All right.
Okay. And this time it'll be Malcolm first.
Yeah, I mean, we probably could have put Up in the Air straight through, but the Race to Witch Mountain is fun, but Up in the Air is great, so Up in the Air.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Race to Witch Mountain, I think that it's all right. Like, I grew up watching all the old school, like the Disney live action ones that they did back in like the 60s and 70s and like all of those. Yeah, so I watched the like Escape to Witch Mountain, and I think there was a Return to Witch Mountain or something like that. It was like that.
I think you're right.
There's a couple of them, yeah, because my dad grew up with them, so he showed us all those movies, and those ones are fine as a kid, but they don't really hold up. But the Race to Witch Mountain, I think is all right. But yeah, Up in the Air is great. Like George Clooney and Anna Kendrick, like they're both really great. And then throwing Sofia Vergara, which you see her butt in it, but I was later told that it was a butt double. It's not actually her butt. So, yeah, I'll vote for Up in the Air. Yeah. Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, Race to Witch Mountain's okay, but it's sort of known these days. It's more known for that kind of that meme, where the Rock is like kind of kind of leaning over to is in the cab, kind of looking over his back seat to see for Rob, and then they insert information. And so like that screen grab from that Race Witch Mountain. Yeah, so it's a forgettable one, and where they're trying to make Rob and like a star. But yeah, it's okay. But Up in the Air is a better movie, so I'll go Up in the Air.
Yeah. Mike, what do you say?
Well, I haven't seen either one of these. I am of the age where I actually saw the original Witch Mountain movies.
Nice.
Granted, they were like before summer vacation when I was in school. But I'll go. I don't know. I'll go with the consensus and go with Up in the Air, even though I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think you really dig it. Yeah, it's pretty good. But JPO.
I mean, yeah, Race Witch Mountain's not a bad kind of quick, easy The Rock watch. I've seen it because, of course, The Rock's in it. But yeah, no, Up in the Air definitely gets my vote here. It's a Jason Reitman flick. I think I've really enjoyed his filmography here. I think it's one of the tightest scripts he's worked with. Clooney's fantastic. Yeah, it's a good flick. Up in the Air.
Yeah, Maria.
I think I'll go with Up in the Air as well. Although I do like The Rock, and I think he's good in these Disney things, but. The original was really good, so I don't know why they have to remake them anyway. But I'll take Up in the Air.
Yeah. Well, Austin wanted us to at least get Up in the Air to the championship round, so there you go. So we'll see what
this will be my last one, and then I gotta go.
Okay, sure.
Next up, we've got Hannah Montana.
One to leave off on.
God, and it will make it to the championship round.
You got another place to go, do you?
Yeah.
I do, but what a one
more important than us.
Yeah, Jesus.
Well, it'll be me first. I'll make it quick. I haven't seen either one of these. I don't care. I really dislike both of these.
Fame's pretty good. Fame's not bad.
Fame, sure, because I had to sit through like every Hannah Montana thing with my younger sister. So, Fame. Richie.
Yeah, I remember when Fame came out, like the remake came out, like they really kind of, I feel like they kind of made it more kid friendly than the original actually was, sort of thing. Yeah. And Hannah Montana movie, obviously not for me. I did like how the public freaked out when Miley Cyrus kind of shared that Hannah Montana image and like, this was supposed to be Hannah Montana. I'm like, she was never Hannah Montana. It's a character, you idiot.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so I guess I'll go Fame, and I'll catch you guys later. But both are up in the air.
Love you.
All right.
Later.
Sounds good, Richie. We'll see you.
There.
Love you.
Later. Mike, what do you say?
Well, Hannah Montana is way after my my time of watching Disney stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Fame, even though I've never seen the remake or the original.
Yeah.
Or the TV series.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live forever.
JPO.
Again, you guys were very kind to make sure the bracket was random and put the movies I didn't see together, so that way I don't have to.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I'm not much interested in either one of these. I thought about watching the Hannah Montana for fun, and I was like, no, I just got other things to do. Anything at all, anything to do. I'll go do chores instead. I don't want to watch it. I'm actually going to give my vote to Hannah Montana though, because kind of as Richie alluded, Fame. This is kind of a cop-out remake. This is basically just to be part of the Hannah Montana. Sing-song generation. The original ones, got fucking drugs and sexual abuse, and it's an adult R-rated movie. And this was just like, and now we're cute. And that's unnecessary. So, Hannah Montana.
Yeah, and I kind of got a little chuckle off at Ross's comment. She was going to be named Alexis Texas, but Alexis Texas being a famous porn star, but living with another state, Hannah Montana. So yeah. But Maria, what do you say?
That's the remake of Fame, isn't it? I forgot about what year we're in. Okay. I don't want either one of them. Can I not vote?
Yeah, right.
I'm just kidding. I'll do Hannah. I don't have anything against Miley. I think she's living her life the way she wants to. Everybody should leave her the fuck alone.
Yeah, but Fame is really poorly rated. I think it's like really low.
Well, I didn't realize. I wasn't thinking it was a remake. I lost my mind for a moment. Thought it was the original. So
yeah, but
whole different cast, I'm sure.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen Fame. Hannah Montana's actually a goodie pleasure of mine. Like, I enjoy it more than I probably should have, being a grown man watching it.
Yeah.
I never really saw it in the theaters though. I watched it after the fact, but I had fun. I actually had fun watching Hannah Montana, so I'm gonna go Hannah Montana. That we've got a
Alright.
tie, and it goes to JPO.
Ooh. Two you haven't seen. What do you want?
Yeah, can I get a different tie that I care shit give a shit about?
Yeah.
No, like I said, I'll give it a Hannah so that way Miley can still call me and we can still be together.
Sure. That'll be our last tie of the night because we only have 5 people.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But we've got Inkheart up against Terminator Salvation.
Ooh, I actually kind of like this matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's up first now?
You went first for that one, so it's going to be Mike.
Mike. Oh yeah, that's right, Mike.
Oh, it's up to me. Okay.
Mike.
What's the one on top? I can't read it.
Have not read the Inkheart book or seen the movie. So I'm gonna have to go with the Terminator one. That's the one with Christian Bale, isn't it?
Yeah.
Salvation. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'll give it to Salvation.
Yeah. JPO.
Yeah, this is actually a good one here because I slightly defend the fourth movie here, Salvation here. I think of all the past number 1 and 2, I think it's one of the better sequels here. It's in the top 2 of those 4. But yeah, Inkheart was a pleasant surprise here because again, I kind of just went into it kind of cold. Like, all right, I like Brendan Fraser, and I thought it told a nice tale here. It was better than I thought it was going to be. So they're kind of on par. I'll tie it up for now. Make y'all decide. Inkheart.
Yeah, sounds good. Maria, what do you got?
Terminator Salvation.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you say?
Like I haven't seen Terminator Salvation. One of these days, I might go watch all the Terminator movies. But for now, I haven't seen it. I really enjoy Inkheart. I think it's really good, and I really like Brendan Fraser. So Inkheart.
Yeah, so I went through a time period kind of like around like the mid 2000s, and then again in like the early like 2010. I listened to a lot of audiobooks and like the most of it in between girlfriends. When I wasn't dating anyone, I listened to audiobooks. But I listened to the entire Inkheart series, like and the series is really, really good. The series is fantastic, and the movie it's not as good as the book series, but it's still fun. Like it's still a piece. I mean, Brendan Fraser, like he's awesome, and then you got Paul Bettany playing the villain Dustfinger. And then Andy Serkis, he's in there. So yeah, I'll go with Inkheart, I think.
And for that, Inkheart is going to move on.
All right.
Got The Ugly Truth up against Halloween 2.
Oh no! Oh shoot! Oh, a couple more.
Oh, is that the
ones.
one with Gerard Butler and what's her name, Heigl?
Yeah. Good one, Heigl.
Can you move Halloween over?
I mean,
no, I think this is a
bad.
matchup we can talk about because that specific Halloween is also not that good. So
yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's the Rob Zombie one, isn't it?
Yeah, but JP, I
Rob
believe
Zombie
it's done
sequel.
for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
good. Let me set the pace for this shit fest here. Again, pick your poison here. A bad rom-com where there's no chemistry, you don't like either character, and it's not funny. And over to Halloween 2, which is a bad sequel to a bad movie. I hate Rob Zombie's Halloween take. But I will say this. I like it better than the first movie. I've always tried to make that claim because literally, if you listen to Rob Zombie interviews, he's like, yeah, the studio kept fighting me, so I just went fucking crazy. And like the movie and like Malcolm McDowell was a dick, but at least it's kind of bonkers. This is good, so bad it's good fun for me. And I would much rather go back to it than Ugly Truth. So Halloween 2.
Yeah. Maria, what do you say?
Ditto. Halloween 2. I've never seen two people that shouldn't have been on screen together ever. More than those two. So.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I agree with JPO. Halloween 2 is definitely better than Rob Zombie's first Halloween. I remember him.
Hell yeah! I'm so glad I'm not alone. People always talk
I remember Richie and Austin looking at me like I was crazy when we were ranking the Halloween movies on Rankum last year. But that being said, I do have a guilty pleasure watching The Ugly Truth. I think it's a lot of fun. It's definitely not a good rom-com, but I have fun with it, so I'm going to go with The Ugly Truth. Jordan?
Yeah. I've seen The Ugly Truth, and yeah, I'm gonna vote for Halloween 2. I've never seen it, but I mean, like, there's got to be at least something like that's like better than those two on screen that have zero chemistry and just boring and not like entertaining. Like, it's just cheesy. Like, I don't know, it's not good. So yeah, Halloween 2. But Mike, what do you say?
Let's see. Well, I haven't seen either one of them. I'm kind of intrigued by the we can't stand each other, but we're trying to pretend like we like each other for a paycheck idea of the ugly truth.
I don't think that was what that wasn't what I meant. I don't know if they liked each other or not. They had no chemistry. You couldn't believe them as a couple.
Well, yeah, that could be fun to watch too. But I'll go for Halloween 2 just for the heck of it.
Yeah, Halloween 2.
I was about to say, we all did a bad job of telling you how bad it was if you're about to go watch it.
Got Paul Blart Mall Cop up against Bright Star, which is a Jane Campion movie.
Oh no! Gosh, what is this?
Jane Campion is
this is weird. I don't know. Maria, I guess.
How in the hell why these matchups?
Yeah, I don't know what Bright Star is. So
I don't either. I wouldn't vote for Jane Campion anyway. Jesus Christ, so heavy, and who cares, Bill?
Yeah.
But Paul Blart, he's cute on a Segway. I get. I mean, I think that movie. I don't know. I don't want to be mean to the poor guy. I mean,
you
can.
Paycheck,
He's right? Here. I'll go with Paul Blart because I just don't like Jane Campion.
Yeah.
Or Campion, whatever how you say it.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
I haven't seen. I also haven't got around to seeing Bright Star. I'm intrigued by it. Like, I'm a big sucker when it comes to like romantic dramas. But I actually rewatched Paul Blart for this. The first one's it's fun. And I think it's good. So I don't have a problem voting Paul Blart. So Paul Blart is my vote.
Yeah, well, did Jane Campion, did she do Power of the Dog? I think she did that.
Yeah, that's that one.
Yeah, so that was good. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know what Bright Star is. I just haven't really heard of it.
It's about the poet John Keats. It's got Ben Whishaw, Abby Cornish.
So it's a
romance
thriller.
between poets.
Well.
Yeah. I love you.
Well, it doesn't sound like a movie that's up my alley whatsoever.
Rose are red.
but I hate Paul Blart Mall Cop with a fiery passion. I can't stand this movie. Like why don't we just put a fat guy in a Segway for 2 hours and watch him fall down all the time?
I think they did.
And there's your movie. It's like really like there's absolutely nothing redeeming about this. Nothing's funny. It's just stupid antics, stupid fart jokes, and whatever the hell that they're trying to do. I don't even know. Like, I didn't even get this movie. And then they made a second one because somehow this movie made money. Then there's a YouTube channel that I follow where the guys are like trying to petition the studio to make a Paul Blart Mall Cop 3. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, oh my gosh. Like, no.
Well, I mean, I don't think it was that expensive to make these movies. So I mean,
yeah, but
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised it got
trash like a movie with like zero redeeming value. Nothing that like anyone but like a child can even find like amusing to me. Like, I don't know. I just don't really see it. If you like it, if someone does, fine. Like, that's your prerogative. But I hate it. So I'm gonna go with Bright Star, even though I don't know what it is and it sounds boring. So yeah, Bright Star. So, Mike.
I love the sticks. It's fun.
I haven't seen Bright Star. I have seen Paul Blart. It was okay. It was. I thought it was funny, but it wasn't one I'd watch over and over. So I'll give it up for Bright Star, even though I have no idea. I've never seen it.
So it comes
you want to torture your if you want to torture terrorists and like get them to give you information, just show them Paul Blart Mall Cop on repeat over and over.
Oh,
again.
I take it you've never seen
They'll give
Attack
up.
of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah.
No, I have. Yeah.
Ah,
There's some bad movies out there, but yeah. Anyways, JPO.
I will continue on the What's Bright Star. Yeah, this is the one I had to Google when I saw the list, and I saw the premise. I was like, I don't know. I will continue the train of Paul Blart is not the worst thing ever. I'm sorry, I really don't think it is. I also give it a little bit of leeway as well because it is a PG movie. It literally is meant for that kind of younger demographic where the unusual guy falls a lot. That's kind of what the movie is. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not trying to be anymore. And there is
I love family movies, but not
there is some sweet and there's definitely way better recommendations for family movies, but
it's still
there's
fun
also
for,
this kind of niche of kind of throwaway rompers where people are falling down and whatnot. And then there is some sweet stuff between like him and his daughter. The sequel is where I more go with you and say the sequel really doubled down and like just became a farce, even more than the first one, which I think there is heart. I think there is some heart. Again, not trying to overrate it, but yeah, Paul Blart Mall Cop is my vote.
Go watch Observe and Report. It's a way better version of it.
I mean,
it's a way different movie though. Like is a
hard
R
movie.
Like that's not what this is.
Yeah, right.
And I mean, I will say Paul Blart did come out in January, and so that's probably how it made money because there was probably not a lot of competition.
Good time of the year to come out. Yeah.
My little grandson just thinks he's hilarious. Every time he falls down, he just cackles like
and that's what the movie's for. Is he's your grandson.
That's why
yeah.
My niece and nephews quote that movie all the time. I'm like,
all right, we got 500 Days of Summer up against The Princess and the Frog.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Gordon Levitt, right? That's the one.
Yeah. So it'll be Malcolm first, right? Is that where?
Yeah, it's a tough matchup for me, so of course it's me first.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I enjoy 500 Days of Summer. I think it's really good, and it's one of those ones that it's not not really a rom-com, but it's also not really. It's also in a way a rom-com at the same time. I've heard some people sort of call it the anti-rom-com.
It's a good way to put it.
It's one of those ones like a lot of people put it on rom-com lists, but I always struggle when it's like, is it rom-com? Is it not? It's one of those sort of borderline things.
I think it is. It just has the balls where he doesn't end up with her in the end, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean,
I like the music and the little dances they do.
But that being said, I really enjoyed The Princess and the Frog. I think it's one of the better Disney movies that came out in the 2000s. And it's one of those ones like, I'd love to see more in this universe, and I think we're getting a TV series eventually. But so I'm gonna go Princess and the Frog. Jordan.
Pretty soon, Dickens run out of horses to flog to death.
I know, right? Well, what I'd love to see is just a straight up sequel to Princess and the Frog, not a live action movie. A sequel.
Right.
Come on,
like
Disney, do more sequels. Don't do freaking
remake. As I said, we are getting a sequel TV series. We are getting a sequel TV series. Like that's going to be as close. It's going to be animated. It's not live action. So
it's going to be. I was just going to say, is it animated? Because that's.
I'll watch that, and if they do a live action, which I thought I heard they are, I don't know, but
I've heard rumors, but I don't think it's confirmed.
I don't think they take into effect that when I think of Cinderella, I've got a specific person in mind, even though there's an animated character there. I mean, I'm not thinking, but you put a live action person in there, and that's where's your imagination going? That's who it is forever. It's like,
right.
If they really want to be gutsy, they should do the German version of Cinderella.
Oh, yeah.
Where people are hacking off their heels to fit in the glass slipper. And
Well, I think both of these are actually really good. I actually really like Princess and the Frog. I was pretty late to it. I only saw it like 3 years ago or something. And yeah, it's really good. I really like David Keith as the doctor, like Facilier or whatever. Like, it's a really dark villain song too, and he's really fun to see. When I went to Mickey's Not So Spooky Halloween party, they had like a big performance before the fireworks and in front of it. Everyone, where all the villains came out for Halloween, and he's one of the main guys out there with Oogie Boogie from
Boogie?
from A
Nightmare
Nightmare
Before
Before Christmas,
Yeah.
and then also the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus. They were all.
When
up
were
there,
you
so that was
there?
cool.
When did you go?
I went in September last year with Austin.
So did I.
Oh yeah.
I went
Nice.
October. I'm sorry, October. Yeah.
Oh nice. Yeah. So you probably saw it too then. Yeah.
It was good. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah. And then.
And Jordan, it's Keith David, not David Keith.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Keith David, one of those guys. Yeah,
I was going to ask you that. Keith did that instead of Keith David. Okay.
Yeah, Keith
David. That makes
David,
sense.
Yeah.
More saying, yeah, okay.
The black guy. I don't know.
I'm with you now.
But 500 Days of Summer is really, really good. When you go onto IMDb, it does say romance/comedy. So I guess it technically is, but I don't know. But yeah, like this movie, it's in my 128. Like it's just like a really, really cool story, and I think there is some good humor in there from Chloe Grace Moretz, from his friend played by Jeffrey Arend. And yeah, I think that's a really unique. They do some really cool things where like the side by side, where they show like what he wants to happen versus like reality, what actually happened, and yeah, I think that it's great. So it's one of my favorite romance movies like ever made. So I got to go 500 Days of Summer. Mike, what do you say?
I'll go with the one I've seen and say 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah, sounds good. JPO.
Yeah, I've got a lot of love for 500 Days of Summer. I've almost flip-flopped on it a couple of times because I loved it, and then I watched it a couple rewatching. And I was like, oh man, this character's kind of flawed. And then I've almost loved it again because I'm like, yeah, that kind of is the character. You know what I mean? Like, his expectations and his insecurities, and I'm like, hell yeah, I can actually adapt to it in a different way now. I'm gonna definitely say 500 Days of Summer. That movie means a lot to me too.
Yeah, Maria, what do you say?
Oh, I have to admit that I was late on Tiana as well. I don't know what the deal was. I guess maybe the race difference. I don't know. I just didn't jump on it. But the kids, my grandkids were all over it from day one, and they're just like, Grandma, we got to watch this. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And then I'm like, wow, look what I've been missing. So I think it's great. I love her dress is one of my favorite Disney princess dresses. But Joseph Gordon-Levitt's pretty good in the other one. So I'm going to go with the other one, although I do want to give honorable mention there to, Princess and the Frog.
Yeah. Sounds good. So I think it'll... what are the votes at? Okay, 500.
It's 500 Days 4-1.
Cool.
Right, we've got Zombieland up against
Jeffer's. On the same poster
Twiggy.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Using the thumbnail. Cool.
Yeah.
So this time it'll be me first. Yeah, this one's like pretty close. Like they're both kind of like horror/comedies. I mean, probably more comedy in Zombieland, but I mean, Jennifer's body is really, really good. I mean, it's freaking Megan Fox, one of the hottest actresses in Hollywood. Like I remember when I first saw her in Transformers, I was like who the frick is that? It's like one of the hottest people I've ever seen. So, but the movie's fun, but it's no Zombieland. Like Zombieland's in my 128, and it just gets better every single time that I watch it. It's hands down my favorite Jesse Eisenberg movie. He's really, really good when he's talking about like the Golden Grams in a bag, and he wants to brush the hair over a girl's ear, and like all that neurotic stuff that he does, and all his rules, and then Woody Harrelson's awesome in it too, with all his tough guy stuff, and so yeah, and then Bill Murray, spoiler alert, he gets blown away with a shotgun, and that's why my
hysterical.
my ex-wife, she loves it because for whatever reason she hates Bill Murray. She can't stand it. So when he got blown away with the shotgun, she started cheering. She's like, yes. So yeah, I'm gonna vote Zombieland. But Mike, what do you say?
Excuse me. Let's see. I did see the Megan Fox movie, and it was okay. It was one of those, okay, this is kind of weird. Haven't seen Zombieland, but It sounds like it might be a more fun
Yeah,
movie.
you're
so
missing
I'm gonna
out. You should
throw,
watch that. It's really
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah.
throw in for
Zombieland is
Zombieland.
fantastic. Yeah, you'd love it. But JPO.
Yeah, Jennifer's Body was kind of misunderstood. I think at the time, maybe poorly marketed. So I do think it's kind of underrated. But yeah, Zombieland's great, man. There's a reason why we finally got that sequel about a decade, maybe a decade late, but like glad we finally got one to revisit this group. It's such a fun foursome. That like on paper seems weird, but it works. You know what I mean? Between Eisenberg, Woody, Stone, and Abigail. And yeah, I love the rapport between those four. I love the kind of universe they built here. It's funny from the get go. The rules, the opening credits. It's a good movie. So Zombieland.
Yeah, some of the best opening credits for a movie ever. Yeah, it's good. But Maria.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Zombieland. I've seen both of them. Jennifer's Body's fine, but Zombieland, the Bill Murray thing, I just totally unexpected. You know, what happened to him, and I mean, I was like, wow, that's hysterical. Yeah, I liked it a lot, and I think that people were really good in it. So yeah, I'll go with Zombieland.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you got?
Yeah, Jennifer's Body is probably the best Megan Fox movie.
It's a high bar there, Malcolm.
Yeah.
I mean,
just wait till Expendables.
Oh yeah.
Wait, is she in there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's an action
star.
star.
Jason Statham in the first minute of the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I have a lot of fun with Jennifer's Body. I think it's a really good position movie. But yeah, Zombieland is great, and it's and yeah, I think also will kill us if it went out in the first round.
Yeah.
Which even without my vote, it was still going to go on. But yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this might be the last matchup. We've got the Hangover up against Night at the Museum Battle of the Smithsonian, which I think is the second one.
Okay.
Wow.
And we're back to Mike, I think so.
Okay, let's see. Well, of the two, I've seen the second Night at the Museum. So I think I'll throw in for that one.
Yeah.
Second one.
JPO.
Oh, absolutely not. I like the Night at the Museum franchises, but they're all kind of 3 stars, passable, no more, no less. Oh, this is the first Hangover, right? No, this is great. This is one of the best R-rated comedies of that decade. Again, the sequels is unfortunately the kind of sequels that very much kind of redo the first one to a degree. But again, that's not holding anything against the first one here. Couple lines don't totally work anymore, but hey, but as far as everything else, though, it really does. So Hangover.
Yeah, I can't go against that either. I mean, The Hangover is just fantastic. I mean,
where's my tiger?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Just the whole thing is just unexpected surprises, and yeah, I like the Night Museum stuff for the kids. I mean, when the grandkids are here, they're thoroughly entertained. I'm kind of like, it's kind of cute. But yeah, Hangovers, hands down.
Yeah. Malcolm, what are you going for?
I enjoy the Night at the Museum movies. Like Battle of the Smithsonian, I have a lot of fun with it. I think it's good. But yeah, the first Hangover is great. And yeah, so Hangover gets my vote.
Yeah, so I have kind of a hot take. I don't really care for either of these. I don't really like The Hangover. I just don't really find it funny. I just kind of just like, I mean, I like some of the Ken Jeong stuff. I think that's probably some of the funniest stuff for me in it. I think he's good when he just popped out of the trunk naked or whatever.
Yeah, I know that was crazy.
Yeah. But if we're talking about the first Night at the Museum movie, I would vote for that over this. But the second two Night at the Museum just have diminishing returns every time. They're just not like really that good for me. So I'll still vote for The Hangover here. Yeah. So it'll be The Hangover.
Yep.
Got the last one? Cool.
Yep.
All right. Speed round. We can fly through it. Sounds good to me. So the winners of this round, the next one, will be in the championship.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where all the prizes are, Johnny.
Yeah, right. It'll be in our showcase showdown.
Yeah.
Tell them what they've won.
Yeah, right.
We've got the boat that walked up against law-abiding citizen.
Okay, it'll be JPO first.
I overpoured my drink. Let's see here. Ooh, yeah, more than rock. Built. Oh God, where's my words? Here's my vote. Here's my vote. Law-abiding citizen. That I can say that title pronouncedly correct.
Yeah.
Law-abiding citizen for me.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the boat that rocked.
I'll go with law-abiding citizen because I haven't seen the other one. Mike.
I haven't seen either, but I'll go with the boat that rocked.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Just to rock
law-abiding
the boat a little
citizen.
All right.
We've got Gamer up against He's Not Just Not That Into You.
Oh no. 2 more bad ones that made it. It'll be Maria first. What do you got?
I love Gerard. I'll do Gamer. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get a Gerard v. Gerard matchup. Malcolm?
Haven't seen Gamer, so I'm going to go Who's Just Not That Into You.
Yeah. I have seen He's Just Not That Into You, so I'm going to go Gamer. Mike?
Have not seen Gamer, so I'll throw in for He's Just Not That Into You.
Yeah. JPO.
I love Gerard Butler. When he reads the fucking script, he's just not that into you.
It's RPG! Watch out, it's an RPG!
Yeah.
But he's
No,
just
he's
not that
into
into
you
you.
when he goes off
Move on.
script.
Yep.
He lets the president's wife die.
We
Alright,
got the
we've got
good Butler.
Away We Go up against Cloudy for Chance of Meatballs.
Wow.
All right. It'll be Malcolm first.
Both with lovely couples on their covers.
Yeah, I haven't seen Away We Go, but I do want to see it. But I do love Cloudy for Chance of Meatballs, so I'm going to go Cloudy.
Yeah, so I've seen both of these, and they're both really good. But I'm just pretty recent to Away We Go. I watched it this morning for the first time, and it's great. But I just love Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Like if I were making like a top, like at least like 10 or 15, it would be there. So for animated movies of all time. So yeah, I'll go Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Mike, what do you say?
Well, since I haven't seen Away We Go, I'll go with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah, we need my brother here. Like this is one of his favorite movies. He can quote it all day. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. But JPO.
Yeah, they're both good, but I think as far as what's better, especially in its own kind of genre, I'm gonna also say Cloud with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah, Maria.
Away we go.
All right.
But Cloudy for Chance of Meatballs is going to move on.
Away we don't go for that one.
There you go.
Not
you go.
going
There
very
you go.
far.
Whichever way.
You got Fast and Furious up against Inglorious Bastards.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. So it'll be me first, and you know what? I think I got to go with Inglorious Bastards here. Like I really do like the Fast and Furious franchise, but it's not one of my top ones. So if it was, I would go for it. But I'm gonna go with Inglorious Bastards.
There'd be no chance.
Yeah. But Mike, what do you say?
I'll have to give it to Inglorious Bastards because honestly, I have not. The only Fast and Furious I have seen is when I worked with a kid when I was doing disability services work. He would fast forward the first movie to all the parts with the girls in the cars.
Oh, he would.
You want to watch it? And yeah, drove me up a wall. Never seen him, so I'll give it to Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. JPO, what do you got?
Top 2 or 3 Tarantino versus top 5 or 6 Fast and Furious movie. Yeah, Glorious Bastards.
Yeah. Maria, what do you got?
Inglorious Bastards is my favorite Tarantino.
Yeah, it's really good. Malcolm.
Yeah, I would have been on Island here. I do like Inglorious Bastards, but I really enjoy Fast and Furious. So.
Sure,
But Inglorious Bastards is going to move on.
Yep, Inglorious Bastards.
Got The Collector up against
Nazi
Couples
business.
Retreat.
Oh man.
Anyone going Couples Retreat over The Collector?
No, you just put through Collector. I think
Put the
save some
Collector in
time. Yeah.
That'll work.
The Collector.
Right, Machete up against the Road.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
This is a matchup. It'll be I think it's Maria first. Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you can go
haven't paid
first.
attention. I'm sorry.
Go
I'll
for it.
go Machete because I don't like my heart being stomped on all the time. I'll go Machete.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like Machete, but I'm actually going to go the Road.
Yeah, this one's actually pretty tough for me, but I'll give Robert Rodriguez some love. This may be one of like his best movies, so I'll go with Machete. Sure. Mike, what do you say?
I'm trying to think. I saw Once Upon a Time in Mexico. The Spy Kids movies.
Yeah.
And I enjoy his stuff. I haven't not seen The Road, but it's very few and far between if I watch movies where I just want to like go rip parts of myself out after I get done watching it.
Yeah.
So I'll give it to Machete.
Yeah. GPO.
It's a tough one. I'm gonna say The Road. I'm gonna give it some love.
But
Well,
Machete is going to move on.
Yeah.
But we'll be talking more about The Road when we get to post-apocalyptic movies.
Yeah, that's coming up soon. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Push up against Fanboys.
Oh no! Oh, this one's tough.
Oh man.
And this time it's Malcolm.
I think it's me. But
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't seen Push. It looks intriguing, but I'm gonna go Fanboys.
You know what? Like Push is just a huge, like not even guilty pleasure. Like I just like flat out like it quite a bit, and it's one that like it might be my top 128, but I think it's just outside of my 128. But it's close there, so yeah, I really like it. So I'll go Push. Mike.
Push sounds like one I'm definitely gonna have to watch. But I'm gonna give it to Fanboys because it's just hilarious.
A GPO.
Yeah, I gotta go Push here.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good. I'll fix the order here in a minute if you'll let me. There you go. Maria.
Fanboys.
All right. So I believe it's Fanboys, right?
Yeah, it will be.
Fanboys, all right.
Woo.
Fantastic Mr. Fox up against Whip It.
Okay. That's me first. Well, I haven't seen Whip It. Like that would have been my very next watch if I could have had like another 2 hours to spare, but I didn't. So and I really like the Fantastic Mr. Fox. Like surprisingly for a Wes Anderson movie, I hate all his other movies. Like I can't stand them, but like this one's good. So Fantastic Mr. Fox. So Mike, what do you say?
Let's see. Of the two, I'm trying to think if my kids have seen Fantastic Mr. Fox or not. I'll give it to Fantastic Mr. Fox. Probably just one I'll have to go watch with them.
Yeah. Sure.
Excuse me.
JPO.
Yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox. That's my vote.
Yeah. Maria.
Yep, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I mean, for everything that I said last round, I would have been the lone vote for Whip It, but Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah, Mr. Fox moves on. Right. Next,
I know we don't want to delay this any further, but can I take a quick trip to the restroom?
Sure, yeah.
Well, let me see what you're going to do first, and you guys can talk, and then I can.
Got Girl of the Dragon Tattoo up against Julie and Julia.
Yeah, do you have a quick vote, Maria?
I'll take Julie and Julia, however you say it.
Okay.
not the Dragon Tattoo girl.
Yeah, and then we'll go back to Mike first when you go.
Let's see. Dragon Tattoo sounded interesting, but I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna have to go with Julia and Juliet, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Julia Child movie.
Yeah. JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Julie and Julia.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I think the OG Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is really good, but I'm also going to go Julie and Julia.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo because that movie's awesome. Like, I actually really dig it, and especially that opening credit sequence with the Immigrant song by Led Zeppelin.
I think you're
really
thinking
good.
of the remake with David Fincher. This is the original one, the Swedish one.
Oh, who's in this one?
This is
like some Swedish person?
Numi Rapace, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking of the other one.
Yeah, this isn't the Daniel Craig one.
Well, even still, like, I'll still go for it because I don't care about Julie and Julie. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just thought I'd stop you before you start talking about the
remake. Yeah. So I haven't seen this one, but I do want to see it though. I really do want it.
Yeah.
So but it'll be Julie and Julia. Okay.
Got The Lovely Bones up against Obsessed.
Oh no. It'll be JPO first. So.
Lovely Bones for sure.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, Lovely Bones.
Yeah, I've never seen The Lovely Bones, but it's got to be better than Obsessed. So, so The Lovely Bones. Mike.
Yeah, I'll give Peter Jackson some love and go for The Lovely Bones.
Yeah, that's right. It's a Peter Jackson movie. Yeah. Maria, what do you say about Obsessed and The Lovely Bones?
I think The Lovely Bones, because that's a Peter Jackson joint.
Yeah. Sounds good.
To say that.
Yeah. Yep. So The Lovely Bones. Clean sweep.
At least we know where all the bad movies ended up from part one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
Although that being said, I don't think Lovely Bones is a bad movie. I'm sort of more about Obsessed, but we've got Messenger up against A Serious Man.
All right, and this time it'll be Maria first.
Well, I think A Serious Man. I think The Messenger sounds depressing.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I mean, I like both of these, but I think just slightly I'm gonna go with Serious Man as well.
This one's kind of interesting because I haven't seen either one, but I'm just trying to think which one I would like. Maybe The Messenger might be more up my alley. I'm guessing, so I'll go The Messenger. Mike.
I haven't seen either of these, but I'll throw in for the Messenger.
Yeah. JPO.
Yeah, you're going to The Messenger here.
Yeah. So it'll be The Messenger.
Yeah, and I don't think you'll like A Serious Man. I think even Austin said that to you when we were talking the end of part one.
Yeah, and Ross says that the girl with the dragon tattoo stars the bad guy in MI4 and John Wick. I think I know who that guy is that they're talking about. I think I have a picture of the face.
Yeah. But we've got Inception up against Half-Blood Prince.
Ooh, here's a tough one. It is Malcolm first.
Yeah, I mean, this is tough and interesting because I do like both these movies. But just because I think I know where this might be going, I'm going to go slightly towards Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah. So Inception, when I saw it, like I remember thinking 10 out of 10, this movie rules, this movie's awesome. And over some rewatches, like it might be more like a 9 or an 8 out of 10 for me. It just doesn't like hold up that much, but it's only slightly. It's not like it did a huge drop for me or anything. But yeah, but all the Harry Potter movies basically hold up for me, the ones in the original Harry Potter series. So I'll go with the Half-Blood Prince. Mike.
I really liked Inception when I saw it. I thought it was a real head trip of a movie. But I like Harry Potter too, so this is kind of tough.
Yeah.
I'll give Inception some love. Give Christopher Nolan a shout out.
Jordan, which one did you vote for again?
I went for Harry Potter.
Okay, just being sure.
And that's a cool Inception poster, though. I dig that poster, but JPO.
Yeah, man, let's show some love to a kind of underrated Harry Potter, Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah. Maria.
Half-Blood Prince. I can't stand Inception.
Yeah.
My brain hurts. I know. I'm hot take. Sorry.
Well, people might be surprised when Harry Potter
I
moves
mean-
on it and not Inception in the
I
channel.
mean, to be fair, Inception was a holdover from last time as well.
Okay,
No.
well that's fair.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
And plus, I think it's won a few tournaments as it is.
Yeah, I think
Up
so.
in the
Like,
air against Hannah Montana,
Ooh, I
so
think-
it's up in the
Come
air.
on.
Yeah,
It's
way up there.
an easy winner there. Yeah.
Come
No
on.
offense, no offense, Miley.
They'll be our come
Love
on
you.
pick.
I
Come
kind
on.
of wanted to get put Hannah Montana for and see Austin's face when he didn't realize up there you've got.
Yeah.
You have to
Especially if
deal
they
with that
beat up in the air. He'd be
Weren't
pissed.
Were these two against each other a little bit ago? No, couldn't have been. Never mind.
No.
No.
Never mind. Stupid question.
Yeah, that's okay.
I ask a lot of those. Sorry about that.
But anyone putting Halloween 2 in over Inkart?
No, I think you should just put through Inkart.
Yeah, just give me a minute while I wipe down the movies.
Yeah. I'm writing them down too, just for my own
Somebody
own
needs to let
use.
the dogs out.
Yeah.
That doggy's not happy.
Just see someone outside, but we've got Paul Blart Mall Cop up against 500 Days of Summer. You can probably
500
put 500 Days of
I
Summer
don't
through.
think that's going to be a problem. Yeah.
No, Paul Blart, please. I will
Yeah,
shoot
go
myself
for
in
it.
the head if we do.
You're very
I'll commit
passionate.
And then
suicide
we've got
live on
Zombieland up
camera.
against The Hangover.
That's okay. There
Oh,
we go.
God.
Okay, yeah.
Tough.
Here we go. Okay, so it'll be me
Ooh.
first, and I'm not a huge Hangover fan, but I'm a massive Zombieland fan. This movie's was in my top 30, but like since I've kind of readjusted, it's in my top 50, but it's up there. So movies of all time. So I'll go with Zombieland. Mike, what do you got?
I'll throw in for Zombieland too. It sounds like it'd be a funny movie.
Yeah,
Has its moments.
it is hilarious, but
We're calling Zombieland 1, not the sequel.
yeah, right. Zombieland 1.
Oh, it's not even called Zombieland 2. It's called Zombieland Double Top.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Zombieland Double Tap. Yeah, but
That could be a question on ASAP tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nah, it's too easy. I gotta write harder.
Quiz, hot shot.
Yeah. What do you say, JPO?
I dig them both, but if now I will use Barber Logic. What am I popping in that VCR? No, just playing. These weren't on VHS, were they? What am I watching more? I'm probably going to Zombieland. So Zombieland.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to take The Hangover, but
Yeah.
that's okay. I like Zombieland too.
I wouldn't mind having a VHS of one of these. Yeah. But,
I'm sure there's a boutique a version of it somewhere.
Yeah, right. But Malcolm, what do you say?
Well, I think this is too late for them to be VHSs because History of Violence was the last movie that was ever made on VHS.
Yeah. Well,
No, it was a joke. That's why I said it had to be.
Well,
boutique.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll just say it.
No, girls.
But yeah,
you explained
I like
my joke
Zombieland.
to you,
I'm
what I
gonna
was
vote
actually
Zombieland,
trying to
so-
say. Yeah.
Zombieland.
Yeah. All
And
right.
now we've
Cool.
got our 16.
Yeah, so from here on out, these are guaranteed to be in the championships. You don't have to feel as like guilty
Nice.
about voting against stuff,
Against okay.
Yeah.
I feel more guilty. More people were here that liked some of the things that I didn't like.
Yeah.
I feel a bit worse.
All right.
Law-abiding citizen up against He's Just Not That Into You.
How did he's just not into you make the championship? Oh my gosh.
Easy rounds, baby. It's also not that bad. Like it's really not the worst. So.
Yeah.
Was anyone voting for that, or we just put through law?
Oh hell no, not now.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I probably would have, but I think everyone else will.
Yeah.
That's the other way, man.
Got Claire and the Chance of Meatballs up against the Glorious Bastards.
I don't
Okay.
have a choice there, but that's not my thing to make.
All right. So I believe I can't remember who's first, but I think it was JPO. I'll say.
Yeah.
Oh, bastards.
Yeah. Maria.
Bastards.
Yep. Malcolm.
Yeah, Bastards.
We'll have some fun and vote meatballs. Mike.
I'll throw in for killing some Nazis.
Yeah.
And we're in the killing Nazi business. And business.
And to be fair, I was voting for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, not that Bill Murray movie called Meatballs.
Got the Collector up against Machete. Maria.
I think the Collector.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the Collector. I just haven't seen it, so I'm going to go Machete.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Machete.
Machete makes sense around because it's like crazy thing to have on the planet.
Yeah, I'll throw in for Machete.
Yeah. Machete.
Okay.
GPO.
Machete.
Yeah.
You guys.
All right.
But I will watch the Collector for the championship, though. So
I'll try to watch it. See how much time I have.
Fanboys up against Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh, it's getting tougher. So it'll be Malcolm.
Fanboys.
Yeah, I think here I got to go Fanboys. Mike.
Yeah, I'll throw in for Fanboys.
Yeah, GPO.
Middle of the Madness and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah. Maria.
Fanboys.
Ooh, so it'll be Fanboys.
Sorry, no.
I mean, it's going to be the championship. We'll have another chance of maybe
Still
winning.
there. See, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Julie and Julia up against the Lovely Bones.
Let me just do this. I guess not.
Seems like it.
It seems like it.
It'll be me first. I've seen Julie and Julia, so I'm going to vote for the Lovely Bones. Mike. That's yeah. I don't know.
That's a great review of Julie and Julia.
Bones. Yeah.
I've seen
The
that.
Lovely Bones. Okay. Yeah. Right. JPO.
I don't want to hate Julie and Julia. Julia.
It's just a period piece. It's not for me, but Maria.
Julia, I like her.
Yeah. Malcolm.
It's actually kind of in half and half. Half of it takes place in the past, but some other, like the Amy Adams stuff, takes place in the present.
Yeah,
so
but still.
It's not so much a period piece. But yeah, I really like Julie and Julia. So I'm going to vote against my boy Peter Jackson and go Julie and Julia.
So,
Julia takes it.
Julia,
Messenger up against Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Oh, yeah, the Messenger made it. I'm like trying to write down the ones I missed. I missed a couple.
I've got them all written down anyway.
Okay. That's good. It'll be Mike first. What do you got?
Let's see. Of these two, I'll give it to the boy who lived, Harry Potter.
Yeah. JPO.
I was gonna make a really bad joke. I'll give it to the guys who told him about the boy who doesn't live, Messenger. But no, I'll give it to Harry Potter as well.
Yeah. Yep. Maria.
Sorry. Harry Potter.
Yeah. Malcolm.
The boy who lived come to die. I'm gonna go Harry Potter as well.
Yeah, like show bit at their house. Your boy didn't live. Sorry.
Dude, death letters from Hogwarts.
Sorry to be heartless to you, but I'll go with Harry Potter. Yeah.
The best joke of the day.
Up in the air, up against.
Ooh.
All right. That's what I missed up in the air. But it'll be JPO, yeah.
Up in the air.
Yeah. Maria.
Yeah, up in the air.
Yep. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like Inkart, but up in the air.
Yeah, I like the books far better than the movie, so I'll go up in the air.
Mike.
Up in. Oh yeah, Mike. Sorry.
I'll throw in for up in the air.
Yeah, up in the air. Yeah. Sure, let's just throw it up in the air.
500 Days of Summer up against Zombieland.
It'll be Maria first. This is the hardest one for me.
Zombieland.
Yeah.
If I had to watch it over and over, I'd watch Zombieland.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I like both. I'm going to go Zombieland.
Yeah, this one's tough because I love both of these, but yeah, I think Zombieland. I gotta go with that. Mike.
Yeah, I'll throw in for Zombieland. Just
yeah. GPO.
500 Days of Summer.
All right, so it'll be Zombieland.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we've got law-abiding citizen up against something.
Up again.
It's farther down.
Yeah, zoom it out.
Inglourious Bastards.
Wow.
Okay, Inglourious Bastard. It'll be you first, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I like law-abiding citizen. I think it's fun, but I really love Inglourious Bastards. So the Bastards.
Yeah, Law-Abiding Citizen was a fun watch for the first time that I did yesterday, but yeah, Inglourious Bastards is awesome. So yeah, go with that. Mike?
Yeah, I'll go with Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah. JPO?
Bastards.
Yeah. Maria?
I'm going to go with Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
That wasn't any choice, really.
Yep.
I kind of thought I'd already
Yeah.
said it when I was sitting here thinking about it.
Glorious.
CP.
Machete up against Fanboys.
Wow.
All right. And it'll be me first. I think I'll go with Fanboys this time. Mike?
Yeah, I'll throw in for Fanboys.
Yeah. GPO?
Fine, I'll do it this time. Fanboys.
Yeah. For once. Maria?
Fanboys.
Malcolm?
Fanboys.
Yeah. It's getting some love. I like it.
Probably a surprise.
Yeah. Well, Brian predicted it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, he predicted it to win. Whether or not that happens,
Yeah,
considering
right.
what it's up against, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough road.
You got Julie and Julia up against Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah. Half Harry Potter. And I think is it me first? I think it's me. I am going to go with Harry Potter. Mike?
Yeah, I'll go with Harry Potter.
Yeah. JPO?
Harry Potter.
Yeah. Maria?
Harry Potter.
Yep. Malcolm?
Yeah, I like Julie and Julia, but I'm going to go Harry Potter.
Got the boy from Gryffindor. As the sorting hat would say.
Yeah. Up in the air, up against Zombieland.
Okay. That'll be Mike first.
Let's see. Up in the air versus Zombieland. I'll go Zombieland.
Yeah. GPO.
I'm gonna go up in the air.
Yeah. He's going up. Maria.
Up in the air.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Zombieland.
I will also go Zombieland. Let's go.
So you also we couldn't get up in the air to win this time, but there's always a championship.
Yeah, it'll be in the championship. Yeah. All right.
We've got
our final four.
Oh boy.
Yep.
The part I love.
And it's an interesting bunch of got a bit interesting mix of things. We've got action, comedy, fantasy, horror.
Yeah.
Inglourious Bastards up against Fanboys.
And it'll be, I think, JPO first.
All right, guys, hear me out. Fanboys has had a hell of a run. It's very nice that you guys gave this movie that's not even at 40% on Rotten Tomatoes all the love. But let's be real. It's fighting one of the best Tarantino movies out there. All right. Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah. Maria.
I don't know. Inglourious Bastards all the way.
Yeah. Malcolm, are you a fanboy?
Yeah, I like Inglourious Bastards, but fanboys.
Oh,
Malcolm.
I mean, they're all going to be in the championship, so let's just go with Inglourious Bastards still. Mike.
I'll be contrary and throw in for fanboys just cause.
Yeah. It's going to be Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards. All right.
And Half-Blood Prince up against Zombieland.
Wow.
All right, and this time it'll be Maria first.
I'm gonna go Harry. I love Harry.
Yeah. Harry. Malcolm.
I'm going to slightly go Zombieland. I like Half-Blood Prince, but that's not my favorite.
Yeah, Half-Blood Prince, however you say it. This might be like my like third or fourth favorite out of all of them, but so I'm gonna go with Zombieland. It's my favorite Zombieland. There is two of them. Mike, what would you say?
Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, JPO.
Dude, Zombieland.
Yeah, it's gonna be Zombieland. Let's go. Ruben Fleischer versus Tarantino. Here we go.
And part of me wishes we had Austin here to tell us if either of these have won.
Yeah, I don't know if either one of them have won. Honestly, there's a good chance both of them could have won before. I don't know. So, but this one will be Malcolm first.
Yeah, I like both these, but because I think Zombieland might have won something before, and I don't think Inglourious Bastards has, because Pulp Fiction, I think, is the only Tarantino one that gets a lot of love, and yet so I'm going to go Bastards.
But I also I remember Austin saying Pulp Fiction's never won before either, but that can't be right. Like, I almost remember it winning, but I don't know. But yeah, I just had to go with my heart. My heart goes to Zombieland. I'm just really dig that movie. So Zombieland. Mike.
Okay, let's see. So between these two, I'll throw in with the Bastard.
Yeah. JPO.
No, I gotta go Bastards here.
Yeah. Maria. Is she frozen? Maria?
Maria? You still there?
I need your vote.
She looks frozen or asleep.
You awake?
I'm going to say frozen.
Maria! Just see if she'll wake up.
Inglourious Bastards.
Okay.
Oh,
there we
she
go.
was just frozen.
Oh,
I was thinking.
Okay.
I was thinking hard.
Oh.
okay, yeah.
That's okay.
Thinking hard.
That can't free people up.
Nice. So it'll be Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
And your winner, Glorious Bastards.
I feel good about that.
All right, cool.
Woo!
But yeah. That was fun. So we just have a championship to go. So now, if anyone who's going to be there on Friday, which some of you will be, if you want to watch any of your blind spots, you can if you want. So I know I'll be doing that for sure. So yeah, that'll be fun. So cool. But yeah, we'll do some plugs really quick, and that'll do it for tonight. So
I'll go first, but I've got to rush off.
Sure, yeah.
Also, Brian says in the chat that Zombieland has won a tournament before.
Oh,
yeah, that sounds right. But
thank
what
you,
can we find,
Malcolm, for doing all you did.
Yeah. If we're doing the bracket and all that.
But yeah, you can find me on Tape Productions. I host various things. On Sunday, I've got at about 6 p.m. Eastern, we've got Gone for the Win. We're talking about Oscars stuff. We're doing Best Actor, Best Actress predictions.
And
Wolfman will be there. But then at half past 8, we've got Rankin movie ranking John Cena movies. And you may or may not see JPO there, or you probably can't see him. Who knows?
Yeah. Can't see him.
We might just do audio only as a joke. But,
It'd be funny if you
But
did audio only.
JPO's going to be there. Richie's also going to be there. Yeah, you can also find me hosting trivia over on Full Metal. And that's pretty much where you can see me, and you'll see me on the championship.
Yeah, sounds good.
And Brian said Inglourious Basterds is the third Tarantino movie to win a tournament.
Oh, nice. Cool. Sounds good. Well, we'll see you back on Friday, Malcolm.
Yep.
Adios, muchachos.
All right. Well, Mike, where can we find you?
I just got my Facebook page right now. I'm not really doing much else online except this. So,
sure.
Fine to hear.
No worries.
Reach out to me there if you want.
Yeah, we'll probably have you back here in the near future sometime. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We usually like to have a good crew of some regulars and stuff. So yeah,
cool.
but cool. JPO, where can we find you?
Hey, you'll see me right back on this channel on Friday, I believe. We pop it up on time. Hey, before that, even on Thursday, see me, Paz, Richie, and Jacob talking some wrestling. It's a big pay-per-view weekend for AEW, so we'll be going over predictions for that. Find me over at my channel, The Pure Sco, having some fun over there. It's movie trivia, amongst other things, as well as, let's see here. Oh, yeah, of course, what Malcolm just said, we're ranking, also on Sunday, we'll be ranking those John Cena movies here. I'm going to fight Malcolm Hart in 12 rounds, amongst other things. Also, Tour de Pharmacy, not a movie. Don't know why he's allowing it. It's only 42 minutes. That's besides the point.
Yeah.
And, popping up on other channels from time to time, too. So thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Fast talker. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely.
Fast
Yeah. Get those plugs out quick.
Sold.
First time I've fallen asleep, I think, on camera, but oh well.
That's all good.
I've never done that.
Fast.
That's all right.
No,
you join JPO, you can join Wolfman. They've all done it, so it's all right.
Yeah, but I'm in a good company.
Yeah, but Maria, what do you have going on? Where can we find you?
Here and there and everywhere where I messed up a trivia match. No, I'm enjoying flitting around whenever somebody let me play. I'm good. That's all.
Yeah. We're gonna have most of you guys back. Austin will be back, but we'll have Malcolm and Richie and JPO back, and Maria too. Yeah. Of all you guys back on Friday for the championship. Because for these series, I kind of like to have most of the same people because so I can see these movies all the way through. But yeah, and you can find us on all the social media at Movie Hero 2121 or at Jordan 83616 on Instagram and X. I guess you got to say that now, but and you can find us on the.
Why do you have to say X?
Right. You can find us in the Showdown Friends and Family group on Facebook, where once the championship happens, we will have a poll for our Elite 8. Whatever. We're not going to do one for part 1 or 2. We'll save that for the championship. But and let's see. I don't really have too much else going on. I'm just prepping for our big free-for-all that we have coming up. So I'll just remind everybody about that, or our free-for-all. I'll throw up the little graphic. That's happening on September 10th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And it's going to be a big match with a bunch of movie clips. Like I'm literally prepping about 150 movie clips for this thing. So it's going to be wild. So yeah. Yeah. So, and then we do have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/moviehero, I am going to post tomorrow for sure the extended schedule. So if you want to look at the extended schedule, it'll go about to the end of the year, and you want first dibs at signing up for episodes because some of them do fill up kind of fast. Then you can go to our Patreon. You can see it even if you pay for the lowest tier, which is just $5. So you can get it over there. And then there'll be some giveaways if you sign up for other tiers. There's like chances to create your own episodes, like have whatever topic you want, whatever people you want to have on the episode. You can do that kind of thing, and we'll do it any time that you want to. That works for your schedule. So yeah. But and then just a preview of what we have coming up for tournament fights and tier ranker. We have of course our 2009 championship. Then next week we'll be doing best Harry Potter versus Middle Earth characters for our overall geek series to determine the best geek character of all time. So we're doing all these different series. And we're going to have a big 3-part series with all the winners when we finally wrap up things. So we already did best Star Wars characters. We did best Star Trek. Now we're on Harry Potter versus Middle Earth. So that'll be fun. And then we'll be doing our best movies with one word titles of the 2000s. So we'll get into that one as a tier ranker. Then we have best post-apocalyptic movies. You may see a couple movies that were on this tournament. You may see Zombieland on there. That's kind of one. But yeah, but
it's making the rounds.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And then we have a friend of the show, Dan Skip Allen's top 64 favorite movies of all time. That's coming up. We are going to be doing another movie.
64 coming up sometime down the road.
Yeah. If you want to put together your top 64 movies of all time, we'll do a tournament for you. So
didn't I already give them for you?
I think you may have. I'll have to double check. I can't quite remember.
Think anybody else asked me about
it. Yeah, but we'll have our mystery tournament that we do every month. We spin our wheel of the movies that's comprised of everybody's favorite movies that's partnered with the channel and all of our top regulars. We're going to spin it 64 times, and the first 64 movies to pop up will be in a mystery tournament. So we'll be doing that. Yeah, so there'll be like those tournaments are always really hard because they're comprised of all of our favorite movies. We also have the Battle of the Batmen coming up. We decided it's going to be Keaton versus Bale versus Val Kilmer versus Pattinson. That's what we're going to go with. Because we already did it. Ben Affleck versus Matt Damon tournament.
Where's my Affleck?
Yeah, and also George Clooney could probably have his own tournament also at some point. So we'll save them for down the line. But and then we got best movies of 2008 coming up, of course. Our next geek series is going to be after the Harry Potter v. Lord of the Rings. We're going to do best Marvel characters. So that's coming up. Yeah, we also have best Westerns coming up. And then I'll just throw in our first horror one as, October isn't too far away. Our very first horror one is going to be our Masters of Horror tournament that we decided is going to be Wes Craven versus George A. Romero versus James Wan versus John Carpenter versus Toby Hooper. We're throwing all those guys in. They're all going to get about like 8 movies a piece, something like that. To fill out 64. Maybe you're not a little more than that. I haven't done all the math exactly, but like roughly that. So yeah, it'll be fun. So yeah, that's pretty much what we have going on. So yeah, but thanks guys again. And it's fun seeing JPO fall asleep on camera over and over.
He's fun.
Wake up, man.
There he is.
Oh man,
yeah.
There he is.
We're almost out of here.
He ran out.
And he is out of here. He's probably like, oh, I thought I turned my camera off or something.
I'm not gonna be made fun of.
When you see the alphabet on your friend's face, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll do it for us tonight. So thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, for sticking around for this one. Yeah, so for Maria, for Mike, for JPO, for Malcolm, for Richie, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.
See you next time.